Two, one.
It's a beautiful summer evening in Sonora under the Friday night lights, which means it's time for Wildcat football. The Ripon Indians make their way up the hill to take on Sonora. We'll have it for you next on NorCal Sports TV. Hello and welcome to NorCal Sports TV's coverage of Sonora Wildcat football. Another season of Sonora football set to get underway as the Wildcats play host to the Ripon Indians. Welcome to the Scott's Distributing pregame show, along with my broadcasting partner Jerimie Hurtado. I'm Mario Ramos. And Jerimie, the Cats coming into this one suffering an opening day loss against the Oakdale Mustangs, looking to right the ship as they got their first home game against what appears to be a pretty game Ripon squad.
No, absolutely. Like you said, they came out against Oakdale. No one kind of knew what to expect from Oakdale. Oakdale, new coach, but kind of the same thing. Sonora back and forth, battled. Unfortunately, had a chance to come back and try and tie it up at the end of the game. Didn't go well for Sonora, but I felt like Sonora, even though you lose 27-20 to Oakdale, kind of no one wants to say it when you lose your rival, right? But it's kind of okay, all right, we learned some stuff about Sonora. Now, you get to come here. You got your home crowd. The students are here. It's a pretty decent crowd, and you get to make that home opener here on Dunleavy Field. A newly renovated press box behind us, so I can't wait to see what happens as Ripon comes to town.
Yeah, new look Sonora squad, and that they lost a pretty marquee talent in Tyler Sells and, of course, Roger Alderman, who's heading out to the University of Utah. But a lot of familiar faces, including in the backfield. You have quarterback Adam Curnow under center again for the Wildcats, and his backfield mate, Audi Peoples, who figured to be a pretty good 1-2 punch coming out of that backfield, playing that option game for the Wildcats.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you hit it right on the head. Sonora has to replace two of the marquee players from their program last year up front.
Maybe in the history of the school, right?
Absolutely. I mean, it is what it is, right? Yeah. Offensive linemen, defensive line, both sides of the ball, great players. Yeah. Both probably going to go play. I mean, obviously, you know,
at the next
one's
level.
Playing at the D1 already. Sells going to the JC. He'll probably end up getting to go either D2, D1, FCS, somewhere like that. Yep. So those are big key losses. Now, how is Sonora going to respond on the offensive line? That's the big question. Yeah. And you said Adam Curnow, quarterback, coming back, senior year. He has the keys to the offense. He's ran it his whole life. So that should be an easy thing for him to do. The question mark is going to be who's the running backs that are going to step up for the Wildcats. You talked about Peoples. He came on as the season went on last year, kind of forced his way into the backfield last year. Yeah. Now he's the guy. Yeah. He's the one that everybody's game planning for, and how's that going to work? How's that going to be different than being, hey, I'm going to come in a little bit and surprise people? Now everybody knows you're the guy to have to stop if you're going to stop Sonora.
Yep. Yeah, everyone looking at 24 in the backfield. You also have guys like Declan Gardner, Bryce Nicholson that could be flying around that edge off that option play. Again, the cupboard is not bare for the Wildcats. So we're going to take a quick break here on the Scott's Distributing pregame show and be right back on NorCal Sports TV.
Your trusted local solar installer. We are family owned and locally operated. We offer financing with 0 money down and 0% interest. Own your solar system while cutting your energy costs in half. Call us today for a low-cost estimate and start saving. Or check us out online at www.solarworx.energy.
Scott's Distributing and Vending Service. For more than 23 years, Scott's Distributing and Vending Service has been locally owned and operated. Run by folks who have a vested interest in the success and prosperity of our local economy. Learn more about our full-line vending machine services, office coffee service, and janitorial supplies by visiting scottsdistributing.net. That's scottsdistributing.net. Or by calling 209-736-0963.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jerimie Zamora, your Sonora Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Jerimie Zamora is a proud sponsor of Sonora High Wildcat football on NorCal Sports TV. For all your investment needs, call 209-536-0422 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC. Minner's Tree Company. Contact us for all your tree service, lot clearing, and defensible space needs. Minner's Tree Company is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience serving Tuolumne County and surrounding areas. California licensed and fully insured. Check us out at minnerstreecompany.com or give us a call at 209-591-3747.
Welcome back to the Scott's Distributing pregame show here on NorCal Sports TV, along with my broadcast partner, Jerimie Hurtado. I'm Mario Ramos, getting ready for the Wildcats home opener as Sonora will play host to the Ripon Indians here at Dunleavy Field, and a Ripon team that had a barn burner against a former Mother Lode League squad in Linden. Ended up winning, Ripon did 49-42 in a pretty back and forth affair, and a strong effort from Xavier Clark and also Zayden Reyes, X-squared out there, if you will. A bunch of playmakers for Ripon. Those two in particular kind of stole the show for the Indians and led them to that opening day victory.
Yeah, absolutely. X marks the spot for Ripon. They combined for 4 touchdowns, just under 200 yards total offense between the two of them. Actually, just over 200 yards, rather, total offense for them, and 200 yards on the ground. I mean, that's the thing that's kind of, staggering is that Ripon, they'll run the football at you with a bunch of different guys taking the ball, running the ball. In warm-ups, we've seen several guys get handoffs, and then some different formations in the warm-up. So I can't wait to see Ripon's ground game versus the Sonora defense. I think that's going to be a huge test for the Sonora Wildcats tonight. You said Ripon put up 42, against Linden. But they still beat Linden. They outscored them. Linden's been improving.
Yeah.
Okay, and to be in the shootout last week, I think this game could be a high-scoring game tonight.
Ripon picking up that victory on the road at Linden High, now playing their second road game before they have a 3-game home stretch. They get themselves ready for the gauntlet that is the Trans Valley League. And Ripon figures to be a player in that TVL league that has some state powers in Escalon, Houston, who are both state champions, Hillmar as well. Modesto Christian looks to be improved. So this is a team that has some high expectations, and coming out on the road and picking up a couple victories would certainly do nothing to damper those expectations.
Yeah, and one more thing to look at. We talked about Ripon there for a second, but Ty Herndon, the quarterback for Ripon, he didn't have a stat-papping game last week. He was 4 of 8, 86 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. So, safe, solid game. But he just looks the part. When
you see him up there on the screen right there,
number one right there. Yeah. Watch him in warm-up. He looks like he's a quarterback. Okay, you get that kind of look from the up here in the press box area, and you see him, and you're like, okay, this kid looks like he can sling the ball around a little bit. So, yes, they didn't throw the ball last week, but wouldn't be shocked to say, hey, let's see a couple shots here from Herndon and see if the receivers can make it happen. So just kind of another little thing to look at here if you're Sonora.
Again, it should be a whale of a ball game between both these teams that are primed and ready to get after this early season showdown. It's the Wildcats and the Indians here on the Scott's Distributing Show.
We encourage everybody to cheer and root for.
So we're going to check out the coin toss here, as it looks like.
And your teams.
It looks like Sonora won the
Sonora
toss
won, and they deferred.
So Ripon will get the ball to start the game here on opening kickoff. And I think if you're Ripon, that's what you want to do. Okay, let's get out here. Let's get ahead of Sonora. Make them kind of try and play from behind if you're Ripon. Obviously, you're trying to score on the first drive of the game and see if they can kind of keep up with you offensively.
So a chance for this Wildcat defense to get out there and make a stand early on, as the Indians will get the ball first. And we come back here on NorCal Sports TV. It's the Scott's Distributing pregame show and Wildcat football to follow here on NorCal Sports TV.
Scott's Distributing and Vending Service. For more than 23 years, Scott's Distributing and Vending Service has been locally owned and operated. Run by folks who have a vested interest in the success and prosperity of our local economy. Learn more about our full-line vending machine services, office coffee service, and janitorial supplies by visiting scottsdistributing.net. That's scottsdistributing.net, or by calling 209-736-0963.
Benton Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, social security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more. Benton Roberson CPAs is here to help our clients achieve their goals through a generational relationship and wealth building. We hope to see you soon.
Scott's Distributing and Vending Service. For more than 23 years, Scott's Distributing and Vending Service has been locally owned and operated. Run by folks who have a vested interest in the success and prosperity of our local economy. Learn more about our full-line vending machine services, office coffee service, and janitorial supplies by visiting scottsdistributing.net. That's scottsdistributing.net, or by calling 209-736-0963.
Benton Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, social security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more. Benton Roberson CPAs is here to help our clients achieve their goals through a generational relationship and wealth building. We hope to see you soon.
Welcome back to Dunleavy Field here in Sonora, California. Sonora High School, home of the Wildcats. Beautiful rendition of the national anthem. Getting us ready for the Wildcats home opener in the 2023 season. Sonora looking to make it a clean sweep of Motherlode League titles, this their 10th and final year of action in the Motherlode League before they transition to the Trans Valley League. So this will be a future league matchup between Ripon and Sonora. A couple squads that have been playing pretty consistently here in the past few years. In the Max Preps era, Sonora actually has the advantage 6-2. In fact, winning the last two matchups. Sonora won last year 42-10 out in Ripon, and then in 21 they won here at Dunleavy Field. The game we had on NorCal Sports TV, that was 32-20. In 2020 they didn't play that year due to COVID. And in 19, that was Ripon's last victory when they beat Sonora 55-14. But we are set. We're ready to go. It's going to be Emmanuel Garibay, new kicker, taking over for Tim Blackmore this season. He is set, ready to kick this one off to Xavier Clark and Drew Orlando. Orlando also had a big pick six last week to get themselves ready. And we are set for the Minners Tree Company kickoff and Sonora Wildcat football. The 23 season is set to get underway. Garibay's kick is up and we are playing football. And it's going to be Clark stepping in front of this one and takes a big hit, ball's out. And diving on top of that is Nathan Gaines, and what a shot from the Wildcats. Big time hit. Not sure, it might have been Brody Spear. Yeah, Brody Spear and his dad's right here, pretty pumped up about that one. See if we get a replay on that, but that was a great special teams play from Brody Spear to get things going. And it's going to be Ripon taking over at about the 19-yard line. So first possession of the game with Heron in the shotgun. Guevara to his right. Herron puts it in the belly of Guevara. Takes it up the middle across the 20 for a short gain.
Brought down by Brody Spear.
Spear again in on another play. So 2 plays, and number 2 is just out there putting his face mask in front of the football.
Yeah, not a shock. I'm assuming you're going to hear his name a lot tonight on both sides of the football for the Wildcats.
They give him 3 yards. Do they to Guevara on that carry. And now he takes a direct snap. He's got Herron out in front blocking for him. And not much. Good pursuit on the backside. Spears also around there, but so was number 60, Ryan Gibbs.
And on the stop, Ryan Gibbs for Sonora.
Yeah, no real gain there. Nice job there by Sonora defense, just kind of stringing that out and playing it along until someone's able to come up and scrape from behind, make the tackle.
Play, 3rd and 7.
So 3rd down and 7. It appears to be a passing situation. Sonora with 1 safety back. Herron gets it out quickly. Pass intended for Clark. Just little too off target there for his receiver, who had a couple blockers out in front of him. Would have been interesting to see if he could have picked that up.
Yeah, nice little bubble screen there.
Yeah.
Just unable to make the connection with his receiver. Probably would have picked up the first down had he caught it. But, hey, good way for Sonora to come out and set the tone. Big hit on special teams. Almost caused a disaster for Ripon. And then 3 and out, get the ball back. First time, actually get the ball for the first time with their punt returner standing at the 40-yard line.
For Indian number 1. Apologize for not having that young man's name.
So Herron's going to get back there and punt. It's a low snap. Herron kicks this one over to Bington, who fair catches it at the 45-yard line. So Byington gets that one at the 45, and 10:46 here in the first quarter. And the Wildcats will come out with quarterback Adam Curnow. The Miners Tree Company, again, our sponsors for helping us to provide coverage of Wildcat football this season. So shout out to Miners Tree Company, as Sonora will take over 1st and 10 at their 45-yard line. Pretty good field position for Sonora here in the opening drive.
No, absolutely. And like I said, everything kind of worked out well for Sonora to start on that first possession.
There's Curnow with Peoples in the backfield. Nicholson in motion gets some movement up front, and it's going to be a free 5 yards for the Wildcats.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's just that no play that Sonora likes to run. And I love calling it the first play of the game. Okay, you know the defense is all jacked up. They just 3 and out on the other side. They're ready to come out and try and stop you, and then boom. Hard count, first play of the game, easy 5 yards, get yourself at midfield. A great call there by the Wildcats.
You see that so often in these games. These kids are so pumped up, waiting all week for this game, and now it's time to go. Just get them going a little early. As Curnow looking out, gets this one off, and Nicholson comes back and adjusts to make the catch. Gets this one out into Ripon territory. He's going to be down at the 30-yard line, 1st and 10, Sonora.
No, absolutely. And that time he had to get it out because he was about to get hit.
Yeah.
As we see here just at the beginning here of the replay, got hit, gets catch by Nicholson, and Nicholson, he can fly. So good thing for Ripon, they were able to get there and then corral him, because otherwise could have been off to the races. He's one of the faster kids on the Wildcats football team. But I love the aggressiveness by Sonora here to start.
It's about a 20-yard completion from Curnow to Nicholson. Sets up the Cats here in Ripon territory. Now they put it in the belly of Peoples. He drags a couple defenders up to the 25-yard line. A solid gain for first down.
Yeah, now more of a traditional look for the Wildcats as they run that option play. We're going to call it 4 on the play. Sets up a 2nd and 6. That's a good way, though. Again, 25-yard line on the 3rd play of the game. I bet you'll take that every time if you're Sonora.
Yeah, and that's the first part of that triple option, right? He's putting it in the belly of the fullback.
Absolutely. That's where everything sets up. Now, you run that fullback, you get him to commit. Hey, he's causing problems. Then Cano pulls it, and he'll take it, or he can pitch it to the wingback. So,
yeah, it looked like we had a little bit of movement pre-snap. Cats try to get a head start, and it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Yeah, and that's one of those things where, again, just kind of change the snap count a little bit, and then this time they got the Wildcats instead. So it gives it back 5 yards. Call it 2nd and we'll call it 2nd and 10. So back to the original.
Back to where we started.
Yep.
Curnow jogging to the sideline to get the play call from offensive coordinator Kirk Clifton. Now he's back under center with Peoples behind him and drops back. Now looking to his right, and this one just a little too high, intended for Eli Ingles. Eli is 6'3", needed to be about 6'4", 6'5" to catch that one.
Yeah, and again, that time, Curnow had a little bit of pressure on him again as he had guys coming at him, as we can see here on the replay. A free rusher coming, had to get rid of the ball. Maybe that caused that throw to go a little high. Regardless, again, Wildcats just erroring out a little bit. Kind of unlike Wildcat football, so I like what I'm seeing so far.
Yeah, a little different look.
I mean, I'm all about throwing the football all the time.
Oh, yeah, you
so
are.
It's one of those things.
Here's another pass play, and this time they get it out of the backfield quickly to Ryan Lale. He's got space on the sideline. Good tackle to bring him down, but not till he's inside the 15-yard line. Another first down for Sonora.
Yeah, absolutely. And this just a little swing route here you'll see on the replay. Easy throw. Nobody goes out to cover him. And again, there's no one to touch him for 14, 15 yards downfield. And the Cats get down to the 14-yard line, 1st and 10. And that's an easy throw, easy call. I love it by the coaching staff. Again, I think they've done a great job here on this opening drive, mixing things up. And, now Cats got to punch it in here and get on the scoreboard first.
1st and 10 from the 14. Here's Peoples up the middle. Peoples cuts it back. Peoples in the end zone. It's a Sonora touchdown.
Absolutely, there it is, right? You spread everybody out, you're throwing those swing passes all of a sudden. Okay, Sonora, got to be careful. We move defenders outside, the box is light, and then Audi does the rest. Nobody touches him all the way to the end zone. Great job blocking by the offensive line. Into the end zone, up 6-0 early for the Wildcats.
A little high stepping in the pay dirt right there for Audi Peoples. He puts this one in from 14 yards out. Here's Guevara for the extra point. Curnow to hold, and looks like Ripon's coming across the line a little too soon, so we'll see.
Yeah, offsides, and this is the question
mark
now, Coach. Do you want to take half the distance and go for 2, or do you want to just kick it? It looks like, yep, they're going to go for 2.
Going to get the offense back out there.
And again, I love it. So normally, on an extra point, there'll be a cadence called. Now, it doesn't mean anything, right? Usually, in theory, the snapper is looking at like a hand of the holder or something. They flash the hand, and that gives it. So you might say, hey, everybody's picked up on that, right? So you go, hey, we're going to go on the second flash this time. Okay, and the only person that knows it's the snapper. He just goes, okay, boom, and everybody sees that hand flash on defense, and you go. The snapper doesn't move the ball. You get the 2-point conversion attempt.
Well, here's Peoples again. He's going to spin his way into the end zone. Easy 2-point conversion for Audi Peoples. He's got 6. He tacks on 2 more, and Sonora leaves this one 8-0. A 2-minute, 4-second drive for Sonora has them out in front here on NorCal Sports TV.
Our purpose is to provide you with the best quality drink available and the fastest service. Now with 10 little yellow drive-through coffee shops in the foothills of the Sierra Nevada. Voted best cup of coffee 16 years in a row. Check out our menu and locations at deoespresso.com. Solarworx, your trusted local solar installer. We are family owned and locally operated. We offer financing with 0 money down and 0% interest. Own your solar system while cutting your energy costs in half. Call us today for a low-cost estimate and start saving. Or check us out online at www.solarworx.energy.
Back here at Dunleavy Field, Cats lead this one 8-0 after the People's touchdown run and following 2-point conversion from Audi. As here's Garabay's kick over to Drew Orlando. Orlando at the head of steam, and there's another big shot by Brody Spear. He is making a season's worth of highlight clips here in the first couple of minutes. Brody Spear on special teams, forcing the action, sticking his nose in there. My goodness.
Yeah, right there you see it, and I love it. We said we'd probably see him on offense, defense. We didn't think about special team. His dad and family are right here down in front of us making a bunch of noise, and as they should be. He's doing work right here in the first part of the first quarter.
He's in there at linebacker trying to make a play here as Heron gets hit in the backfield, so it'll be a tackle for a loss. It's a great play on the interior line. See if we get the number on that one. But good job by Sonora again in the trenches to limit this Ripon running attack.
Yeah, it's actually a loss of 2 on the play, so a real good job by Sonora up front of doing it. doing work. You got Sonora Wildcats players up there. Number 55, Chance Davis. That's who I was looking at from his right tackle position on defense.
Heron gives this one to Xavier Clark, who tries to cut it up the middle. Now he's stood up by a host of Wildcats. Picks up about 4 or 5 yards on that one, so a positive gain, but it's still going to be 3rd and long for Ripon.
Yeah, absolutely. And that time, Clark looked like he had a lane, and Sonora did a good job of closing down on it quickly. Now, you say that he still picked up 5 yards on the play, but looked like it was going to go for a little bit more than that.
3rd and 6.
So it brings up 3rd down and 6. Heron in the gun with 4 receivers in this formation. Got Guevara with him in the backfield. He's going to put it in the air and gets this one out to the right. And that one is caught and complete for a Ripon 1st down. Owen Wilbur, the tight end, who was split out, able to come up with that one. 6'3", 250-pounder. That's a pretty nice target to have out there on the outside.
No, absolutely. And you see it here on the replay. It was just a quick out pattern by him. 5 yards, boom, quarter. Playing off, easy catch for Ripon, and that's a huge target out there playing wide receiver for Ripon. Now he's lined up more in his traditional tight end set that we expect him to see.
And here's the give to Reese. Aiden Reese now has some space. Aiden Reese now getting it over to the chains, and it's going to pick up another Ripon 1st down. So back-to-back plays. The Indians picking up a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, absolutely. And this time the guy just comes in motion, handoff. He cuts it up quickly. Nice job of getting out front by the Indians of blocking things.
The Indians with their white helmets with the dream-catching R. With the sweet white uniforms with the nice stripes and the red pants. I know it's a look you're very fond of, my friends.
In high school football. Love the Dreamcatcher R by the Ripon Indians.
All right, they roll the pocket out to Heron's left. He throws across his body. And probably better that one was incomplete as Xavier Clark was bracketed. Good defense there by Leo and Spear to corral him.
Yeah, it was a good job of coverage there by the Wildcats. Had the receiver Clark coming in motion. There was 2 guys bracketing him. Good decision there by the quarterback to just kind of throw it away and then, move to 2nd and 10 instead of trying to force it in and cause a problem.
Just play the next down, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Heron again with Reese in motion. Reese gets across the initial line of scrimmage, picks up a couple, and that'll bring up another, what appears to be a passing situation here for Ripon as Ludwig able to come up with the tackle.
Yeah, absolutely. Good job there by Ludwig from his defensive line position. Causing some problems again, limiting it just to a 2-yard gain. So now it's kind of that situation where Ripon doesn't want to be in. 3rd and long, probably got to throw the football here.
Again, come out with 4 receivers. As Heron again looking to his right, looking for that target. And this time Wilbur can't come down with it. Good coverage on the outside. That was Jonathan Curran in coverage for Sonora.
Yeah, and this time it's just a vert or go route, throw it up to your big guy, let him try and out-jump the defender, and a good job there on the coverage by the Wildcats by Curran, like you said.
Now you got 6'3" against 5'10" out there, so Ripon trying to use that height advantage. The Cats able to force another punting situation as Heron is back deep to kick. Byington going to let this one bounce in front of him.
Oh, good
and
bounce.
Goes inside the 10, so it takes a very favorable Ripon bounce. And Sonora will come out with their second possession, start at the 8-yard line. I want to thank Solarworx, and Solarworx providing energy and providing us with coverage here of Sonora Wildcat football on NorCal Sports TV. So check out Solarworx at www.solarworx.energy. So I want to thank Edward Jones as well, one of our sponsors here on NorCal Sports TV. As Adam Curnow will come out for the second time. Their first drive ended in an Audi Peoples touchdown run. Pernod had a couple pretty important completions. As here's Nicholson gets the pitch, trying to take it around the corner, and he is dragged down by Jesus Ochoa. And a minimal gain for Sonora, so positive yards. It'll bring up second down for the Cats.
Reyes making a stop.
Yeah, that's one of those things that, okay, it doesn't look like a big thing, right? You held him to the 3 yards.
3 second and
but
7.
you getting that 3 yards in these type of offense, you kind of stay on target. Hey, 3 yards, 3 yards, 3 yards. Now it's 4th and 1. You have options. Obviously, you're going to get that 50-yard run when you break it. So that's kind of where Sonora wants to be, is those 3-yard gains.
This time Peoples gets in. He's got space off the left side, off left tackle. He's going to get close to the marker. I believe he's going to be a little bit short. It'll be 3rd and short for Sonora.
But again, that time you picked up 6. So you get those chunk plays like I talked about a moment ago, and that sets your offense up for big things coming out in the future.
And you see the line moving the way of the green jerseys. Again, the initial push up there up front, trying to open up some space for their running backs. As Peoples gets it again up the gut, and he's got a first down and a little bit more as Peoples using some Ripon Indians like a sled out there, and he's carrying them out across the 25-yard line. So Audi running hard. He's got 1 touchdown already. Picks up another first down here for Sonora as we come up on the 4-minute mark. We got some substitutions. Nicholson and Gardner will head off the field. This time, the Cats with 4 receivers and Peoples in the backfield. And we got some movement off the right side of the line. We had a couple guys jump early, and Creasy and Gibbs.
5-yard penalty.
Looks like Coach Clifton, again, had a little something up his sleeve. He mentioned the option and kind of the slow bludgeoning of the running game. Yeah, we've seen him a couple times, come out, 4 receiver sets, and letting his quarterback throw the ball. Senior quarterback, a guy that had a big season last year.
Yeah, and you trust him, and that's the thing. You build that trust. You know he's not going to put you in a bad situation with throwing a pick or throwing a contested ball. So
they spread him out, but they give it to Peoples, and Peoples gets past the initial line, gets over across the 30, gets some of that penalty yardage back and a little bit more. He was stopped by Orlando about the 33-yard line. Now the Cats looking to go a little quicker. And again, they give it to Peoples, and he spins his way forward, and he's going to be just shy of the marker, be about a yard short. Bring up another 3rd and short for Sonora.
Yeah, 3rd and 1. This is kind of a situation where Sonora can do a lot of things. I mean, obviously, hey, you're at your own 36-yard line. You can just be safe, run the ball, get your first down, or you could even take a shot here, knowing that, hey, 4th and 1, probably go for it here. We'll see how that plays out for Sonora.
And they again give it to Peoples. This time he tries the right side, and he's able to scoot past the first line, loses his helmet in the process. He's going to come off the field, but it's another Wildcat first down.
Yeah, and that's, again, he did a good job of just, you see, getting up in the offensive line. They made room. He crawls his way to a first down, loses his helmet, like you said, has to come off for a play. So that's really the only thing right now that stopped Peoples is coming off the field, right?
Is his chin strap, right? Not being secure. And that's going to bring out Brandon Hensel, a 6'2", 175-pound senior fullback. Last year, he got an opportunity in a Mother Lode League game, ended up putting forward in the end zone. So, man, that's very capable back there. As 30's behind number 5, and Hensel gets the carry. And Hensel gets a gain of about 3 or 4 yards. Down the field, you had a little battle between Wyatt Holt and one of the defensive backs, Nathan Gaines of Ripon. We're playing a little, I don't want to say after the whistle, but they're playing right up to it.
Up to the whistle, yes, the echo of the whistle. That's what a coach will say.
Coming up on a minute and a half left to play here in the opening quarter. We're at a beautiful Dunleavy field and a picturesque evening. The Cats, so far so good. They're up 8-0. Marching down the field is here's the reverse carry. Leo coming around the opposite side. And so Leo on 2nd down makes it another 3rd and short. It's going to be 3rd and a long 2 for Sonora. As Peoples is going to make his way back out of the field with Nicholson and Declan Gardner as well. From the right hash, Curnow under center. Gardner in motion, but it's going to be Peoples sidesteps a defender who had no idea where the ball was, I don't think. And Peoples able to elude him and pick up a total of 6 yards on that carry and another Wildcat first down. And that's the third down, first down that Audi Peoples has picked up here for Sonora on this drive.
Yeah, and you saw it right there on the replay. The defensive lineman for the Indians, rather, he thought Curnow still had the ball, so he ran right by the running back, went and hit the quarterback, and then turns around and goes, oh, no. So
here's the 10th play of the drive for Sonora, and they give it to Nicholson. He tries his hand at the middle of the line, and he loses his helmet as well. Another short gain will take us to the end of the first quarter, a quarter that has seen Sonora put the ball on the ground and get it into the end zone. They lead this one 8-0 over Ripon. After one quarter of play, we'll be back here on NorCal Sports TV with more Wildcat football. Back with my guy Jerimie Hurtado here on NorCal Sports TV. We're at Dunleavy Field in Sonora, California. It's the Ripon Indians making their way up here to Sonora. And right now the Cats lead this one 8-0. Shout out to Scott's Distributing, one of our sponsors, allowing us to bring you coverage, along with Deo Espresso and Smoothies. See them along the highway. And Sonora Conference Center. As we are set to get back to action. And Sonora with their 11th play of this drive that started with 5:32 left in the first quarter. They make their way across midfield, and here's Peoples shooting out of a cannon and across the line, across the 35, and he picks up his fourth first down of this drive.
Yeah, absolutely, and this is what I love about Peoples here. Watch on this replay. He makes contact, bang, he's going forward.
Yeah.
Still pushing the legs, still pushing, gets 2 more yards after contact. Just always falls forward, it seems like, for the Wildcats, getting those extra yards. And that adds up at the end of the game, and it ends up to a win usually when you have that kind of effort. So great job there by Sonora Wildcats running back, just willing his way to a first down.
Another fresh set of downs as Peoples gets it again, and he's got someone tugging on the ball, but he's still pushing forward, and another helmet pops off, and now they blow the whistle. That's the third helmet we've seen pop off here for the Wildcats.
So maybe they need to strap those up a little better or a little tighter, whatever it is, but he's still moving the football.
Again,
can't have him come off the field, though. That's the guy that's doing the work for you.
So he is going to have to come off here for a second time. They did announce that the Cats picked up the first down, but they were a little bit short. So it's going to be second down and 1.
Yeah, and right now Sonora's doing exactly what you want, just ground and pound, just takes it to tear on the defensive lineman for the Ripon Indians.
Hensel gets the carry, doesn't get much, but gets enough to get the first down. Again, it was second and short, and he's able to get across the marker, and that's the first down by someone other than Audi Peoples on this drive. That's the 5th time Sonora has been able to move the chains. And again, a drive that started with about 5.5 left in the first quarter. We've played a minute here in the second, and Sonora's still on the move.
Yeah, and it was inside their own 10-yard line right after that.
At the 8-yard line, is where they took over.
So great job of just ball control offense, like we said, ground the Ripon Indians right into submission here on this drive.
Now this time the pitch to Byington, and Byington being dragged out of bounds. Number 7 on number 7 is Zayden Reyes, able to grab a hold of that dark green jersey and pull Byington towards the sideline. So good play there defensively for Ripon as they force a 1-yard loss. It'll be 2nd and 11 from the left hash for Sonora.
Yeah, and so far for Sonora, I think they've been more successful just going right at the Indians instead of trying to get outside. Maybe Indians might have a little bit more speed right now on the outside, but just keep pounding the ball if you're Sonora, go right at them. With both backs that you've had in have got successful yards, we'll see here on second down.
Again, it's Hensel in the backfield. Nicholson in motion. He gets to pitch off the right side looking for a block, and he's got some space trying to turn the corner. Good play by Drew Orlando. Did a great job of fighting off the block from Byington. Able to kind of string that one out enough to make a play towards the sideline.
Yeah, and he did a good job of getting outside. Nice block out there on the outside as well by the Wildcat receiver, number 7. I think it was Byington to get able to get Nicholson outside there. So good job of sealing down, hooking the end, and giving Byington or Nicholson some room to run. I'll get it.
I got you.
First game for everybody, Mario.
We're coming up on 9.5 to play. Peoples is going to make his way back onto the field for a big third down. About 3rd and 5 on this one. He gets it out the left side, tries to spin forward, but he was hit hard by number 50, Austin Wood, who laid some wood on that one. It's going to be 4th and short.
Yeah,
and it looks like Sonora's going to keep the offense out on the field.
You see right here, boom, there it is. And he went straight down, like you said today, but still, he picked up 4.5-ish. Makes it a manageable 4th and 1 here, and not a shock that Sonora's going to go for it here on the 11, 12-yard line of the Indians, because if you don't get it, you flip the field 180 degrees.
Yeah. Again, a drive that started on their 8-yard line. Sonora trying to keep this one going. They need to get close to their 8-yard line. They need to get to about the 10, and it looks like Peoples has it, and again, his helmet came off.
Yeah, like I said, if I'm Sonora, I got to fix that problem, right? You can't have that happen every other play that you're out there, because you can't afford to have him come off the field every time.
Yeah, and he looks a little frustrated on that one, coming out with his palms up as they're going to head over to the equipment table, see if they can't get that squared away. Yeah, like you mentioned, this is a guy that on this drive that, again, has picked up 6 first downs. He's got 5 of them. So you definitely want him out there on the field as Hensel will take his place. And he gets the carry. He's still on his feet. He's across the goal line. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Hensel says, okay, your helmet's going to pop off. I'll go score the touchdown. It's all right. Don't worry about it.
So Hensel picked up a first down on that one on this drive, but it wasn't enough. He wanted pay dirt as well from 10 yards out. He runs it in, and the Wildcats have their second touchdown.
Yeah, and we call that vulturing the touchdown. He comes in and gets the last couple yards. Hey, thanks for doing all the work. I'll take care of it. I'll push it in the end zone. Don't worry about it.
That's what Tiki Barber and Brandon Jacobs right there, right?
Absolutely, right? The thunder lightning idea.
Yep. So here's Garibay out for the extra point. Curnow gets it down, and Garibay's kick is butter cheese right down the middle. Sonora leads this one 15-0 after the Brendan Hensel 10-yard touchdown run. You're watching Wildcat football on NorCal Sports TV.
Your trusted local solar installer. We are family owned and locally operated. We offer financing with 0 money down and 0% interest. Own your solar system while cutting your energy costs in half. Call us today for a low-cost estimate and start saving. Or check us out online at www.solarworx.energy. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jerimie Zamora, your Sonora Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Jerimie Zamora is a proud sponsor of Sonora High Wildcat football on NorCal Sports TV. For all your investment needs, call 209-536-0422 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Back for the Minners Tree Company kickoff. Sonora leading 15-0 as they get this one back over to the Ripon Indians. Drew Orlando fields a kick at the 5-yard line. He's got a convoy in front of him. Tries to cut it out to the right, still on his feet, making defenders miss. And now busts out of the pile and is across the 25 to about the 28, 29-yard line. And my goodness, you're not going to see much more of a Houdini act out of that one than what Drew Orlando just pulled off.
No, absolutely. And we talked about effort from the Wildcats earlier a moment ago. This time you're going to see it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys finally bringing them down. So maybe that'll kind of put a spark under the Indians as they've come out kind of flat here tonight. And we'll see if they can get something going on this drive.
The third possession begins at the 28-yard line with just over 8 minutes left to play in the first half. And a couple fake handoffs, and they give it over to Guevara. Eric Guevara, after all that fancy ball handling, the Indians are going to lose 2 yards on that play.
Yeah, another good job there by the Wildcat defense. Just
very disciplined, yeah.
Surrounding and coming in waves and not allowing the Indians ball carry. Hey, they know Ripon ran for a bunch of yards because we know Ripon ran for a bunch of yards. I'm sure that was preached Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yes,
hey, these guys are going to come run at you. It's almost kind of challenging you. Hey, let's see what you guys got.
Yeah. Some hard counts here from Heron, trying to get some movement. Nothing doing. Guevara now tries the counter off left tackle. And again, nothing doing. Might have picked up a yard, but it's going to be back to the original line of scrimmage. And 3rd and 10 for the Indians. Sonora doing a good job of forcing some 3rd and long situations out of this Ripon offense.
Yeah, and this is danger zone here for Ripon. You cannot go 3 and out here after that 12-play drive that Sonora just
20-play drive.
20-play drive.
20 plays.
You can't give the ball back to Sonora and just say, here, go milk the rest of the court.
Play action, Heron under pressure, and this one intended for Ochoa, well short, as Heron did well just to get rid of that one. And he looks to be grabbing at his non-throwing arm. Hopefully he's all right. That he's going to stay back there. It appears to punt one more time as Ripon is going to go 3 and out for their second time and punt on their 3rd possession.
Yeah, like we said, that this is very, very dangerous here for Ripon. Now you're going to give Sonora the ball back. They could run the rest of the half out, and you got the ball to start the first of the game. So you're going to punt to them or kick off to them coming out of the locker room. So if you're Ripon, you got to do something.
Byington runs up on this one at the 41-yard line, looking for space along the left sideline. Couldn't quite get the corner, but he's into Ripon territory. A pretty good return, 19 yards on the return for Byington. And Ripon will take, Sonora will take over at their own 40.
Yeah, absolutely. And so now you get a good big return and on the actual 40 of the Indians.
Yeah.
So they're only 40 yards away, 6:35 left to go in the first half of play. Got to get a stoppage here, Ripon, because this could be over by halftime.
Yes, sir.
If that's the case, if they don't.
Yeah, because like you mentioned, the Cats get the ball back to start the second half, so this could be a bad deal for the Indians. It's Cornell looking to strike quickly. He's got a man over the middle. Byington was open. He just overshot him.
Yeah, I love it. I love the aggressive play call for the Wildcats here. Everybody's thinking, hey, you're going to just take it slow, go play action. Got the guy beat, just overthrows his intended receiver.
Yeah, Byington
taking that shot to just put it over right there.
Yeah, he had the step on Reyes just out over the outstretched hands of Byington. Just missed the target. That'll bring up 2nd down here for Sonora. Yeah, but heck of a play call, like you said. The play action is there's some movement up front, but Ripon able to get back behind the ball. Now Curnow put it in the belly of Peoples, but now pulls it back out and pitches it over to Nicholson. Nicholson's got the sideline. He's got a 1st down before he was shoved out of bounds by Reyes. And Nicholson pick up about 14 on that carry.
Yeah, absolutely. You see here just that triple option, the 3rd phase of it. Everybody comes down, pitch it out to your speed guy, and just let him go to work. And again, Sonora on the move at the 24-yard line, doing whatever they want right now.
Yeah, you're starting to see Coach Clifton get into that bag of tricks and really kind of, everything he's called so far is kind of going in Sonora's favor.
No, absolutely, and it's kind of worked.
And here's a pitch to Byington. He's got blockers out in front. Plenty of space. He's at the 10. Cuts it back inside the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, Wildcats.
Yep, and great job of getting out front and blocking here by the Wildcats. You'll see here on the replay, there's a huge block that you kind of just missed. Another guy out of the way. He's on the ground. That's the one that we kind of missed as it went by. And it's Wildcats just imposing their will right now over the Ripon Indians. And all the Indians have their hands on their hips, giving that universal, I don't know what's going on, kind of tired look already. And we're only in the first half of play.
Peoples, right side. Peoples towards the goal line. Across the goal line. Looking for the signal. Are they going to spot this one? You just shy, yeah. Wow.
Not as close as you can get, though, I'm telling you. The good camera angle there by our guys, and it looks like the ball's almost touching.
Yeah, I was trying to see where the officials were going to spot it because they were running right down the goal line. It'll be 2nd and goal with Peoples again in the backfield. Curnow under center. Takes the snap, and we got some pre-snap movement, it appears.
Yeah, this is going to be the
go
shortest penalty in history of football because it's going to move like a half a centimeter.
Yeah, look at that.
You can look right here. We have a camera right on the goal line area there. How close it is to actually being a touchdown. So after the let's call it 2-inch penalty.
So 6th play of the drive for Sonora. They give it to Audi Peoples, and he's across the goal line for another Sonora touchdown. 2nd touchdown run of the game for Audi. He's got a 1-yard touchdown run, a 14-yard touchdown run. Sonora leads this one 21-0 with the extra point on the way. It's time to the 6th-play drive. A little over a minute 18 seconds for Sonora. That's fresh off their 20-play 9-minute drive. So a little bit of a quick strike offense here for the Cats as Jerimie out to attempt his 2nd extra point. Snap is down, kick is up, and Sonora leads this one 22-0 over Ripon. You're watching NorCal Sports TV.
Scott's Distributing and Vending Service. For more than 23 years, Scott's Distributing and Vending Service has been locally owned and operated. Run by folks who have a vested interest in the success and prosperity of our local economy. Learn more about our full-line vending machine services, office coffee service, and janitorial supplies by visiting scottsdistributing.net. That's scottsdistributing.net, or by calling 209-736-0963.
Benton Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, social security.
Set for another Miners Tree Company kickoff as the Cats punched it in from 1 yard out. It was Audi Peoples on the touchdown run. They lead this one 22-0 as Xavier Clark gets this one around the 10-yard line, and Clark's got space along the right side. Look out. Here he goes across the 50, and he is dragged down at the 40. Hit initially there by Jerimie, the kicker, sticking his nose in there. You like to see that, but you don't like to see we'll give him about close to 50 yards on that return, yeah.
You see the replay. He just hit it up the middle, missed tackle, breaks it back out to the outside, and yeah, great job. The kicker is the best athlete.
Right, there you go.
Okay, coming from a former kicker. So, yeah, I mean, hey, best athlete on the field. He gets to make a tackle, gets that helmet a little messed up, and all the high fives on the sideline.
So now Ripon starting in Sonora territory for the first time. They'll take this one at the 41-yard line. Here's Heron. Gives it off to Reyes, trying on the jet sweep. Looked like initially he might have had something, but it's going to be a very short gain for Ripon on first down.
Again, it was only a gain of 1, and can't overstate this enough. Ripon's got to get something going, got to get points on the board, and it can't be a field. We've got to score here because, again, we talked about earlier, Sonora gets the ball to start the second half. So you don't want to go down and give Sonora another opportunity to put points on the board and get the ball back at the beginning of the second half.
Aaron puts it in the belly of his running back. Not sure who was back there. Let's see if we get the number, but it's another short gain. It was Rice, Aiden Rice.
Yeah, number 4 here on the replay. You can see it. Just nobody blocks number 55 or another defensive lineman for the Wildcats. Actually, it was a linebacker, 22, comes in. That's Declan Gardner. And again, nobody blocked him. Easy to make a tackle when nobody blocks you, right? I mean, so
yes.
Problems up front right now for Ripon.
A little confusion in the backfield as Rice now is going to look for a position in the slot, but the coaching staff didn't like what they saw. They're going to take a timeout. This offense struggling a bit. 3 punts on their first 3 possessions. Only able to muster 2 first downs thus far is Ripon compared to the 10 from Sonora. So, yeah, kind of night and day difference that's also playing out here on the scoreboard.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's as easy as things came for him last week against Linden. It's kind of snowballed here in the first half against Sonora. Now, some could say, okay, that's a higher step in competition. But regardless, you got to come out and play the games on your schedule, right? So Ripon has come out here, and they haven't got lined up right. They haven't been able to move the football at all. Yeah. Okay, we don't have stats, but I would guess that they have under 50 yards of total offense. Okay, the biggest play has been that kickoff return that they've had. So everything is kind of just tilted the way of the Wildcats from the opening kickoff when Spear came out and laid the boom and it caused a turnover or almost turnover. Yeah. It's just kind of gone all green and gold in the first half. So what can, as a coach, you're looking at what can I do to get to the locker room, make adjustments, and not be out of the game by halftime.
You had that nice kickoff return there by Xavier Clark. You're hoping you could kind of build off that. Now the first two plays has forced him into a 3rd and long, a passing situation. Here's a screenplay to Wilbur, the tight end out in front. Tries to barrel into the Sonora Wildcat. He ran right into Jonathan Curran, but he's going to be a little shy of the marker. And I would think Ripon in this situation is going to keep the offense on the field and try to pick up this 4th and 2.
It is, and this is one of those things where Ripon's just not doing things right. Look, you got an offensive lineman out here to block, and you run into the defender instead of coming back inside and letting the offensive lineman just get in the way. Yeah. All he has to do is get in the way of that DB, and he can cut inside, get up the field, get the first down instead. You hurry it, and you come up short by 3 yards for the first down.
Now Ripon comes out in a jumbo package with I formation, bring a man in motion, and they give it in the backfield to Zayden Reyes, and it looks like he's going to be short of the spot. Picks up a yard, but they needed 2, and it's going to be a turnover on downs as Sonora is going to get this one back with 3:06 left to play.
Guess who makes the play, right? Number 2, Spear comes in. Again, nobody touches him because the guard misses the block, and he gets in there, makes a tackle, turns the ball over back to the Wildcats, and the Wildcats have 3:06 left to go to basically, I'm going to say almost put this game away.
Yeah. Well, again, they get the ball back at the half as well, so a chance for Sonora to double up right here, if you will. If they get a touchdown before the break and then come back and get the ball, that would definitely be a tough hill for the Indians to climb. As they got 3:06 left to play, they take it at the 34-yard line. Here's a carry on first down. Again, another positive play for the Cats.
Yeah, that's just a little counter that the Cats run, and they're on the ball quick.
Under 3 minutes. Here's another carry up the middle. Yeah, some bodies jumping in there at the end. Peoples is going to take that one right across the 40 to the 41. It'll be 3rd down and about 3.
Yeah, and I love this Wildcats going no huddle here. Coming right at Linden, or Ripon rather.
And running behind that left guard. Yeah, it's near midfield. And we're going to have a timeout taken by Sonora. So the Cats will take their first timeout of the half. We'll take a quick break here on NorCal Sports TV and see if Sonora could punch one in before the break.
Our purpose is to provide you with the best quality drink available and the fastest service. Now with 10 little yellow drive-through coffee shops in the foothills of the Sierra Nevada. Voted Best Cup of Coffee 16 years in a row. Check out our menu and locations at deoespresso.com. Solarworx, your trusted local solar installer. We are family owned and locally operated. We offer financing with 0 money down and 0% interest. Own your solar system while cutting your energy costs in half. Call us today for a low-cost estimate and start saving. Or check us out online at www.solarworx.energy.
Welcome back. I'm Mario Ramos along with Jerimie Hurtado on NorCal Sports TV. Sonora with possession, 2:29 left to play. Cats just picked up a first down and took their first timeout as they're looking to add to this lead before the break. Again, the Cats get the ball back to start the second half after they deferred.
Yeah, and that's the theory, right? That's what you want to do if you're deferring, is get a good stop on the opening drive, then you get the chance to here to double up to end the first half and start the second.
Here's Corneau dropping back, looking across the middle. Crossing route caught by Spear. Spear, who is laying out the big hits, takes one himself, but not before he picks up another Wildcat first down and has this one at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a good job there coming from his wing position, just run the over route.
First and 10 Wildcats at the Ripon 35.
He's trying to get back to that position. Now he's set. As they give it to Peoples again up the middle. Gets some space off the right side. Cuts it back. Still on his feet. Inside the 20. Outie Peoples with another first down. It'll be first and 10 Sonora from the 16.
Yeah, now it's chunk plays for the Cats. You see on the pass, the drag route, and then now the 20-yard run by Peoples, and they're resetting again. And Ripon had a guy trying to tie his shoes, so the officials stop it for a moment.
Now we're going to get back to it as the Cats looking to move quickly. Cornell's going to keep this one himself. Not sure if there was some confusion there in the backfield. That didn't quite look as smooth as some of these other plays have for Sonora.
No, I think that might have been some kind of a play-action pass, and it didn't look like the receiver actually looked for the ball.
Gain of a yard, 2nd and 9.
So they do actually pick up a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9. The clock's still moving, minute and a half. Here's the pitch, and the ball's on the ground. It's intended for Peoples, and now he's able to pick it back up. But it's going to be a loss, about 5 yards on that one for Sonora. As Coach Clifton and Coach Craig are not too happy on the sidelines. They're going to take their second timeout with 1:22 left to play.
Yeah, you see the pitch just kind of hits him in the left shoulder, goes off the shoulder pad, and then, hey, good job of just getting the ball, doing what he can, and getting down, maintaining possession. Yeah, you get to the 20-yard line, and you get to reset things. But, again, we talked about earlier, you live to fight another play, right?
Yeah.
Hey, something bad happened. Let's not make it really, really bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so that they lose 5 yards, makes up a 3rd and 14, but you still have the ball, you still have possession, you still have a timeout. It's 2-down territory most likely. Try and get half of it if you can.
I was wondering, is it 2-down territory? Because we know we got kicker Emmanuel Garibay. We mentioned him a little bit. 2 of 2 at extra points, taking over for Tim Blackmore, who was more than solid for the Wildcats here the last couple of years. Is now at De Anza College playing baseball and football.
Absolutely.
But maybe you provide Garibay with an opportunity here in this situation. Would that something maybe the coaching staff is thinking?
Here's the problem with that I see. And yes, in warm-ups he was drilling the football. But what you don't want here is a situation of where you try the field goal, long field goal, it gets blocked, and even if it doesn't get returned back, you just give that psychological momentum back to Ripon. So I don't think they're going to go for that route.
Corneau tries to put this one in the air, intended for Wyatt Hope. It's just in and out of the hands. Looked like he had a couple mitts on it, just unable to haul it in. A little space along the sideline. It would have been close as there was a defender in coverage.
No, but what it would have done is cut it, like I said, in half, maybe more than half, and then you set yourself up for a 4th and 3, 4th and 4 that would have been more in the Wildcats' kind of normal play calling. Now you got to kind of go to your sheet and go, okay, what do I have for that long yardage situation? You know what? Hey, it's early in the season. I wouldn't be surprised if it's kind of halfback pass. Cats have ran it a couple years. They've done it. Let's see if that goes with it.
No play action hit as he throws ball in the air, intended for Nicholson. It was, again, kind of hit as he was thrown, so it wasn't as tight a throw as he wanted to. Kind of hung up there for a second. And Nicholson unable to make the play as a defender had a chance to kind of bat that one out of the way.
Absolutely, and that was huge for Ripon. Okay, Cats were moving, Cats were doing things, and yes, it was on a position where Sonora kind of hurt themselves with the bad pitch, okay? But Ripon got off the field, didn't give up any more points before the half. Now, how aggressive do you want to be if you're Ripon? You got a minute and 13 and 2 timeouts. What do you decide to do?
2 timeouts for Sonora, 1 for Ripon. As you mentioned, 1:13 as they give this one to Aiden Reese. And Reese is going to pick up a couple. And it looks like Ripon is going to probably content as we reach the minute mark to let some clock run off, as you got a lineman trying to make his way off the field for Ripon. So they're going to substitute there. Paini had to make his way off. Now Heron puts this one in the air. Pass complete to Brett Shaw along the left side. He's able to catch that one, get out of bounds, but he's short of the first down marker. So with 45 seconds, it's going to be third and 3.
Yeah, and a good job there by Shaw to get out of bounds. Get what you can, get out of bounds. There's no reason to try and run a guy over to get an extra yard when it's you're going to be 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2 doesn't make a difference, right? So good job there, just being smart, knowing the situation, get out of bounds. set yourself up for a chance to convert on third down.
Here's Clark on the sweep, trying to elude some defenders, try to slip through a couple of them, but Nicholson and Curran weren't going to let him through. He stopped at about the 29-yard line, and Ripon's going to take their final timeout with 32 seconds. And it's going to be 4th down and 1.
That's interesting.
That is an interesting call.
I don't know.
4th down, right?
I mean, it's going to be 4th and 1. I get it. Hey, you're down 3 scores, right? And
you got to do something.
But I can't see that you can go for this at your own 29-yard line, can you?
Right.
I mean, I would understand if you were closer to the midfield. Hey, you're going to take a shot, go get the first down, and try and throw something in the end zone. But right now, you're 71 yards away from the end zone.
Yeah.
Again, you might have 70 yards of offense. I don't even think you do in the whole first half. So this is a huge gamble. I mean, if you don't convert here, Sonora still has a timeout. You give them the ball at the 29-yard line. You go 1 or 2 plays, you might get a chance to kick a field goal to end the half. Now, at the end of the half, with 3 seconds left, all right, run the field goal kicker out there, see if he can do it. Gamble here for Ripon. Let's see what they do. Maybe they're just going to try and draw Sonora off, and then, hey, we'll take it and punt it. Huge call here.
So Herron's under center with Guevara in the backfield. 4 receivers. Herron's going to keep this himself, try the left side, and he's up across the 30 and close to the 34-yard line. So it's going to be a first down for Ripon. That'll be their 3rd first down of the game.
I was going to say, I don't have the stats for me, but I didn't think it was very many.
Yeah, 3 first downs as we got about just over 20 seconds left, and Herron's going to spike that one emphatically into the ground. And so that'll bring up 2nd down on the incompletion.
Yeah, so interesting here.
Ripon running the 2-minute drill. Still with 20 seconds left. It'll be 2nd down and 10 from their 34-yard line. They have 1 timeout, both teams with 1 timeout remaining.
And the advantage here is you're playing high school rules, so the clock's going to stop if you get the first down, right? So the idea here is you're going to run to the sticks. Okay, maybe if we teach it 3 yards past the sticks, sit down, try and catch it, and either get out of bounds or just get down. So we can get up there and spike the ball if I'm Ripon. That's kind of what I'm expecting here.
Herron in the gun. Guevara picks up the blitz. Now Herron looking for Reyes, who has that one just across the sticks. Out past the 45, and so the clock will stop momentarily with 14 seconds as Ripon tries to hurry. Yeah, I think it's further ahead. Yeah, there we go. So Ripon was getting quick to the ball, and they're waiting for the officials to set it. So the clock is still running.
Yeah, Ripon called timeout. I think it's going to be about 10 seconds, but that's unfortunate for Ripon. Because what happened is at 14 seconds, they were down. They were trying to get set.
They were
the
set.
official moved the ball. And so, let's see. They're going to put 10 seconds on the clock, which is what I have on the screen, so I like that.
There you go.
Okay. But Ripon had to burn a timeout there because of the situation that they couldn't snap or spike the ball. So that's their final timeout as well. So that's one of those situations where it kind of hurt.
Yeah.
Ripon, the officials not being able to get there and get things
For
set.
sure.
So now if you're Ripon, you kind of only have one option, right? Well, I guess you have 2. One, you could throw it as far as you can and hope you get a pass interference or a wide open guy. That's the first thing. The second thing is you can run about a 10-yard out, 15-yard out, catch it, get out of bounds. You're going to have probably 3 seconds left, and then you throw it in the end zone from there. So that's kind of what you can. You don't have time, as you've just seen.
Yeah.
That took 12 seconds, and you still couldn't get it off to get it across and first down and spike it. So, and coach-wise, you usually think it's about 16 seconds that you need for that. So it's one of those things where you got to run it out or divert here.
Herron looking pump fakes, now going deep. Looking up for Clark, and that one is intercepted by Nicholson along the sideline as Nicholson able to keep his toes down in bounds, and Blake's got the interception.
Yeah,
Sorry, Bryce Nicholson, beg your pardon.
You'll see here on the replay, the receiver for Ripon, Clark, doesn't do a good job at all. He kind of just gives up on it, goes, it's over my head, and doesn't try to fight for the ball, and Nicholson says, hey, I'll take it if you don't want it. And there's 3.4 seconds left. I mean, that's one of the things, if he would have caught it, got out of bounds, he could have set his team up for a chance to score with 3 seconds left. Instead, the Cats just take a knee here, go to the locker room, 22-0. Everything is going Sonora's way in the first half, like we said earlier.
Nicholson, some toe drag swag, able to stay in bounds after making that catch. So nice play. We've seen him make plenty of plays around the ball. And how about the range he showed on that one? Covering sideline to sideline. Look at that. My goodness, we're checking out the replay over here.
We'll show it to you here after this kneel down. The most exciting play in football here. Actually, they're not going to kneel. They're just
going to give it to Peoples. Peoples going to add to his yardage carry. He's still on his feet out across the 45-yard line. That's going to do it for Sonora. And a big first half for that man, 24 in green. Audi with 2 touchdown runs. He added a 2-point conversion to boot. Brandon Hensel with the touchdown as well. And the Wildcats lead Ripon 22-0 after the first half of play. We'll be back with the second half right after this on NorCal Sports TV.
Our purpose is to provide you with the best quality drink available and the fastest service. Now with 10 little yellow drive-through coffee shops in the foothills of the Sierra Nevada. Voted best cup of coffee 16 years in a row. Check out our menu and locations at deoespresso.com. Solarworx, your trusted local solar installer. We are family owned and locally operated. We offer financing with 0 money down and 0% interest. Own your solar system while cutting your energy costs in half. Call us today for a low-cost estimate and start saving. Or check us out online at www.solarworx.energy. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jerimie Zamora, your Sonora Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Jerimie Zamora is a proud sponsor of Sonora High Wildcat football on NorCal Sports TV. For all your investment needs, call 209-536-0422 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Scott's Distributing and Vending Service. For more than 23 years, Scott's Distributing and Vending Service has been locally owned and operated. Run by folks who have a vested interest in the success and prosperity of our local economy. Learn more about our full-line vending machine services, office coffee service, and janitorial supplies by visiting scottsdistributing.net. That's scottsdistributing.net. Or by calling 209-736-0963.
Benton Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, social security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more. Benton Roberson CPAs is here to help our clients achieve their goals through a generational relationship and wealth building. We hope to see you soon.
Minners Tree Company. Contact us for all your tree service, lot clearing, and defensible space needs. Minners Tree Company is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience serving Tuolumne County and surrounding areas. California licensed and fully insured. Check us out at minnerstreecompany.com or give us a call at 209-591-3747. Solarworx, your trusted local solar installer. We are family owned and locally operated. We offer financing with 0 money down and 0% interest. Own your solar system while cutting your energy costs in half. Call us today for a low-cost estimate and start saving. Or check us out online at www.solarworx.energy. Our purpose is to provide you with the best quality drink available and the fastest service. Now with 10 little yellow drive-through coffee shops in the foothills of the Sierra Nevada.
Voted Best Cup of Coffee 16 years in a row. Check out our menu and locations at deoespresso.com.
Solarworx, your trusted local solar installer. We are family owned and locally operated. We offer financing with zero money down and 0% interest. Own your solar system while cutting your energy costs in half. Call us today for a low-cost estimate and start saving. Or check us out online at www.solarworx.energy. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jerimie Zamora, your Sonora Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Jerimie Zamora is a proud sponsor of Sonora High Wildcat football on NorCal Sports TV. For all your investment needs, call 209-536-0422 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Scott's Distributing and Vending Service. For more than 23 years, Scott's Distributing and Vending Service has been locally owned and operated. Run by folks who have a vested interest in the success and prosperity of our local economy. Learn more about our full-line vending machine services, office coffee service, and janitorial supplies by visiting scottsdistributing.net. That's scottsdistributing.net. Or by calling 209-736-0963.
Benton Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, social security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more. Benton Roberson CPAs is here to help our clients achieve their goals through a generational relationship and wealth building. We hope to see you soon.
Minners Tree Company. Contact us for all your tree service, lot clearing, and defensible space needs. Minners Tree Company is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience serving Tuolumne County and surrounding areas. California licensed and fully insured. Check us out at minnerstreecompany.com or give us a call at 209-591-3747. Solarworx, your trusted local solar installer. We are family owned and locally operated. We offer financing with zero money down and 0% interest. Own your solar system while cutting your energy costs in half. Call us today for a low-cost estimate and start saving. Or check us out online at www.solarworx.energy.
Our purpose is to provide you with the best quality drink available and the fastest service. Now with 10 little yellow drive-through coffee shops in the foothills of the Sierra Nevada. Voted Best Cup of Coffee 16 years in a row. Check out our menu and locations at deoespresso.com.
Solarworx, your trusted local solar installer. We are family owned and locally operated. We offer financing with zero money down and 0% interest. Own your solar system while cutting your energy costs in half. Call us today for a low-cost estimate and start saving. Or check us out online at www.solarworx.energy. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jerimie Zamora, your Sonora Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Jerimie Zamora is a proud sponsor of Sonora High Wildcat football on NorCal Sports TV. For all your investment needs, call 209-536-0422 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Scott's Distributing and Vending Service. For more than 23 years, Scott's Distributing and Vending Service has been locally owned and operated. Run by folks who have a vested interest in the success and prosperity of our local economy. Learn more about our full-line vending machine services, office coffee service, and janitorial supplies by visiting scottsdistributing.net. That's scottsdistributing.net, or by calling 209-736-0963.
Benton Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, social security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more. Benton Roberson CPAs is here to help our clients achieve their goals through a generational relationship and wealth building. We hope to see you soon.
Minner's Tree Company. Contact us for all your tree service, lot clearing, and defensible space needs. Minner's Tree Company is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience serving Tuolumne County and surrounding areas. California licensed and fully insured. Check us out at minnerstreecompany.com or give us a call at 209-591-3747. Solarworx, your trusted local solar installer. We are family owned and locally operated. We offer financing with zero money down and 0% interest. Own your solar system while cutting your energy costs in half. Call us today for a low-cost estimate and start saving. Or check us out online at www.solarworx.energy.
Welcome back to NorCal Sports TV's coverage of Sonora Wildcat football, along with my broadcast partner, Jerimie Hurtado. I'm Mario Ramos. We're getting set for the second half of play here shortly as the Wildcats lead this one 22-0 over Ripon. A couple of Audi Peoples touchdown runs, one from 14 yards, another from 1 yard out. Tack on a Brandon Hensel 10-yard touchdown run, and Sonora leads this one 22-0 over Ripon from the Trans Valley League, who comes in with a record of 1-0. They're really having some difficulty getting the offense going against the Sonora defense. Ripon only able to muster 4 first-half first downs compared to the 13 of Sonora.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a kind of a snowball effect from the opening kickoff.
Yeah.
Like we talked about earlier when Spear came down and made that big hit and charred the fumble loose. And I don't know. I mean, maybe that kind of took some of the wind out of the Ripon sails. I'm not sure, but Ripon is not the team that we kind of seen last week. Mm-hmm. And it's back-to-back road games for them. You just don't know what the situation is on the Ripon sideline. Yeah. But here's a chance where they kind of come out and regroup and play a second-half football. Yeah, they're down 22-0, right? So here's a chance as a coach. You get to go down there and you get to give hey, we've played horrible in the first half, right?
Yeah.
The best part is we have another half.
Another half.
Okay. Let's go out here and just flush the first half, come out here and play with a little bit more intensity, a little bit more heart, a little more grit, whatever you want to challenge, and say, hey, we better come out in the second half and play better, or there will be consequences later, as coaches know.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the scenario on the Ripon side. Sonora, if down there and in the locker room, I'm sure they were happy with things were going, but they're saying, hey, again, we've only played a half. Don't get excited.
Finish it off.
Got to come out and do our thing. And it's really going to, I think, the first drive of the second half is going to be key. Can Ripon stop Sonora and get the ball back and do it quickly? Can't have Sonora go like another 15, 20-play drive and turn it over in the 10. You got to get some energy going from the crowd. There's a huge Ripon crowd here, and they haven't had anything to cheer about this whole first half of play. Get them involved. Get something positive, build if you're Ripon, and if you're Sonora, exactly opposite. Hey, you want that 20-play drive. You want to just say, hey, we're going to come right at you, put this away, and finish this off on the first drive of the second half.
Cats leading this one 22-0 after one half of play here in a beautiful setting at Dunleavy Field under the Friday night lights. Sonora last season in the Motherlode League before they head out to the TVL and take on teams like Ripon and Escalon and Hillmars of the world. But I'm here with the man of the mother lode himself, Mr. Jerimie Hurtado, he of Striking Gold fame, the show covering the Mother Lode League here on NorCal Sports TV. You and my guy Levi Flores do a great job there of covering all these teams. And you got some first half scores, so Mr. Man of the Mother Lode, take us around and let us know how some of these squads are doing here.
Absolutely. Dos Palos just put one in the end zone against Somerville late in the first half is the report I got. So it's 16-13, Dos Palos. We expected that game to come down to the wire. Last possession so far hasn't disappointed. It's been back and forth. Dos Palos scored early. So Somerville came back and scored, had a 13-10 lead. And like I said, Dos Palos just put one in the end zone moments ago, making it 16-13. In Carson City, Carson is up 7-0 versus Calaveras. Calaveras made the long trip up there. Mm-hmm. They've turned the ball over 4 times.
Wow. They
haven't scored on offense. Kind of same thing, different verse from last week. Turned the ball over a lot. Their defense has held Carson a lot, and then the report we get is that there's mosquitoes that might have taken somebody and taken them for a ride because there's mosquitoes the size of station wagons is what I was told on that. Last score we have is Amador all over Rio Vista, 32-6. And if the report I get is correct, that's still in the first half of play. So that's a huge score for Amador. We talked about not knowing what they had as far as, not playing for a couple years. So far, 46 last week, 32 in the first half this week. They're putting points on the board over there in Jackson, trying to climb out of that bottom-ranked seed like we talked about on our show earlier this week. So, hey, great way to get things kicked off here in the second half for the Minners Tree Company kickoff.
He's the man of the mother lode, Jerimie Hurtado. Again, check him out on Striking Gold here on NorCal Sports TV, or you're watching Sonora Wildcat football for the second half of play. Here's a short kick fielded around the 25-yard line by Brandon Hensel, and he's going to sneak forward for a couple yards, and Sonora will take over there here in the second half. Again, up 22-0. Offense has picked up 13 first downs, kind of having their way with this Indian defense. The 27 is where Sonora will take over to start the second half of play. Saw them score touchdowns on their first 3 drives, and they had a turnover on downs and then ran out the clock just end the first half. And here they are to begin the second half with Peoples in the backfield. And Curno's going to keep it himself. Looked like he had some motion, but maybe Curno in the center got going and everyone else was kind of waiting.
Yeah, I think Curno dropped the snap. We'll get a chance to see it here. The center's the only one that snapped the ball. No one else knew what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
So good job of Curno just to get what he could, get upfield, pick up. Actually kicked up 6 yards on the play.
That's a play to just pick up the ball and run forward for 6. So 2nd and 4. They bring him back in motion, but they give it to Peoples up the middle. And he's going to be just shy of the first down, about a yard short. It'll be another 3rd and very manageable situation, like you mentioned earlier. Right, everything's on the table here for Coach Clifton, the offensive coordinator, for Coach Brian Craig here in Sonora. I mean, really a play caller's dream at this point, right? Maybe 2nd and 1 might be better, but
I mean, 3rd and 1, it's one of those things where everybody kind of thinks you're going to run the football, and 90% of the time you are, 95% maybe in high school. But you can always, get a little creative if you like to.
Peoples right into the secondary where he is hit by Xavier Clark. And again, when you got a free run at the safety, things are working good up front.
No, absolutely. Yeah, like I said, or you can just run a ball right at them, get the first down, and show real quick we're back on the football.
Another first down for Sonora, another gain for Audi Peoples, and he picks up and looks like maybe another first down. The chains hadn't quite set, so it appeared like he was at the chains, but then they kept moving on me, so he is going to be a little bit short. It'll be 2nd down and 2, and again another opportunity for Coach Clifton to maybe keep it on the ground or get creative here on this call.
Yeah, and what I like there is the Cats have kind of change gears. They went up tempo, slow things down, up tempo, slow things down, and within the same drive. So it's kind of one of those things where you never know what's going to happen if you're on the defensive end. And so not only have you give up plays and getting gashed, you don't know if they're going to go up-tempo or not.
They had Byington in, and they're looking for him over the middle. He tried to make a one-handed catch, but he was hit hard by Zayden Reyes. Put the hit stick on him right there as Byington was trying to go for a little quick slant right there up the middle.
Yeah, one-handed try, and it's just a pop pass to the tight end or wing, and boom, 7-on-7 crime. That time goes the way of the Ripon, but still it's 3rd and 1. So, hey, Ripon, it was a great play and everything, but still momentum's back on Sonora's side again.
Momentum's been wearing 24 for the Cats. He gets it on this carry, and again he picks up the first down. Gain of about 2 yards, so not much, but almost like he has a nose for that marker.
Yeah, and that's what we talked about earlier. He gets hit, but he's always kind of falling forward. And, if you're 6 foot tall, you fall forward, that's 2 yards. I mean, that's kind of how math works, right?
Yeah.
I'm not a math major, but that's how it works. And so it helps out when you fall forward and you drive your feet and you're always pushing forward and just picking up that little extra.
And that 5'6", too, usually has leverage in those situations as they give it to Nicholson on the end around. He's still on his feet, taking a host of Ripon Indians to bring him down, and they'll do so after he picks up 9 on that carry. And we got a late flag as he was ultimately slammed to the ground well after the whistle.
Yeah, and this is just going to be a composure issue. We saw it last week down at the Somerville Gustine game. Gustine got behind. They started hitting a little late, and things are getting frustration. Penalties start to rear their head on a defense that can't stop an offense at this moment. And it looks like that's what happened again here is the officials are talking about it for a while for something that seemed pretty clear cut.
Yeah.
There it is, personal foul against Ripon. So you're going to tack on 15 more to that 8-yard run that Peoples had. And it's just one of those things that you just can't do. And right now we talked about Sonora coming out and make a statement in the beginning of the second half. And, I think they're doing it, Mario.
Sonora's going to take this one down to the 22-yard line where they'll have first down and 10. Come up on 9:15 left to play here in the third quarter. Here's Cornell under center, looking to his right, puts this one up in the air, pass up, intended for Ingalls, and flag comes down. Pass was incomplete. Did a whole lot of contact before that as Ingalls was out there one-on-one on the perimeter. And that's what you want your athlete, 6'3", 185. Haven't seen him in the action too much, but this time they're going for the strike.
Okay, I'm an offensive guy. But I thought that was kind of just some hand fighting. I didn't see a penalty, really. They were both kind of pushing off a little bit. It's kind of an unfortunate call if you're a defensive guy. And, again, I'm not a defensive guy. I'm always going to lean towards the side of the offense. That's just the way I go as an offensive coach in football for years. But it's one of those things that it's going to be half. This is the goal because we're not in the NFL. It's not going to be a spot foul.
It's called a hold on that one, so I think it's going to give them
I can get behind that a little more because again they were both kind of pushing and so they're going to be just a 5-yard penalty then. Still, I think it was kind of a ticky tack. I don't think it needed to be called, but hey, the way things gone tonight, it's been all green and gold. So why not get that one? And this is
10-yard penalty.
I guess it's 10 yards because it's outside the 20-yard line. So okay. Still, it's get to put the ball at the 12-yard line.
Second straight first down via the penalty for Sonora. They'll have first down from the 12-yard line.
Now
there's some confusion. Yeah. Again, right? It's only a 5-yard penalty.
I thought so, but I don't know. The problem is high school, college, NFL, they all have different rules, and so it's sometimes the officials even kind of get confused, and they're going to go with 10, so we'll call it 10.
First and 10 from the 12. Byington's in motion. He gets the pitch off the left side, gets a block from Nicholson, cuts it back into the end zone. Cash Byington, cash money, Sonora touchdown. 28-0 Cats over the Indians. A 2-minute 57 drive. Capped off by Cash Byington, and the Cats have their 4th rushing touchdown of the game.
And right there you see number 14 just doing work on the cornerback and pushing him all the way to the end zone. Easy sledding for the Wildcats on that.
9-play drive capped off by the sophomore running back Cash Byington. He gets into the end zone for pay dirt. Here's Garibay's extra point, and he remains perfect on the evening, 3 of 3. And Sonora leads Ripon 29-0. You're watching Wildcat football on NorCal Sports TV.
Your trusted local solar installer. We are family owned and locally operated. We offer financing with 0 money down and 0% interest. Own your solar system while cutting your energy costs in half. Call us today for a low-cost estimate and start saving. Or check us out online at www.solarworx.energy. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jerimie Zamora, your Sonora Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Jerimie Zamora is a proud sponsor of Sonora High Wildcat football on NorCal Sports TV. For all your investment needs, call 209-536-0422 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Emmanuel Garibay set for a Miners Tree Company kickoff. Cats fresh off the Cash Byington 12-yard touchdown run, lead at 29-0. Garibay's kick is a beauty inside the 5-yard line. Fielded there by Drew Orlando, and he is dragged down right about the 20-yard line is where they're going to spot it. And so Ripon.
Orlando got kind of hurt on the play there as he's still down. He kind of got twisted up when he got tackled, and that's not what you want to see at any level. Doesn't matter. And maybe it's a shoulder as he's kind of pointing to the shoulder, but nonetheless, not what we want to look at. We'll take a short timeout here, and we'll be back after this on NorCal Sports TV.
Our purpose is to provide you with the best quality drink available and the fastest service. Now with 10 little yellow drive-through coffee shops in the foothills of the Sierra Nevada. Voted best cup of coffee 16 years in a row. Check out our menu and locations at deoespresso.com.
We're back here live at Dunleavy Field. Sonora up 29-0. Ripon, good to see it. Running a receiver there, getting on his feet. Number 25 for Ripon. No name for him, but still good to see him get up. He jogs off. Hopefully just got the wind knocked out of him.
So the Indians will take over at their 20-yard line. Again, trying to put something together. They've had 3 punts, a turnover on downs, and an interception in their 5 possessions. Trying to get something positive here to start the second half as they look to get into this ball game. Again, we mentioned Ripon, this their second straight road game to start the season. Picked up the win in their opener 49-42, but have yet to show that type of explosion here on offense.
They haven't, and it's really testament to the Wildcat defense that they've been able to just kind of control and big stymie. Oh, that's going to be a penalty. But they've been able to just stop this Ripon Indian offense dead in its tracks as we get a replay here, and you're going to see on the replay, you got that little swing pass. Great job there by Spear, and then boom, helmet-to-helmet contact by the Wildcats, and that's going to get you 15 yards.
It'll be a personal foul penalty, like you mentioned. That's what they marked, the helmet-to-helmet contact, so we see the Wildcats the benefits of a couple of penalties to extend their drive on that last possession. And here the Indians able to get their first down of this possession and their 5th of the game after the penalty there on Austin Craig.
Yeah, but that's one of those things you can almost, okay, look, he came in, he hit him high. He kind of got wrapped up and spun, so it's not really on Austin Craig so much as it is just, hey, it's one of those unfortunate aggressive penalties that you can kind of, okay, look here, got to be careful not to do that, but not something that you after the whistle or something like that that you just hate as a coach.
They try to get it out to Rice, I beg your pardon, out in the flat. Unable to hang on to that one. So it's going to bring up 2nd down. We're Ripon. seems to be trying to put the ball in the air, not necessarily downfield, but just trying to get it out a little bit quicker.
Yeah, they've run that swing pass 3 or 4 times. They've thrown a vert to the tight end, but nothing real crazy as we get another screen here.
Here's Clark one-on-one with the defender trying to make a miss, and he does. Now he's got the blocker out to the sideline, and he picks up a first down. Good move out on the perimeter by Xavier Clark.
Yeah, absolutely here. Good job again. Another just threw a screen pass. Nobody's there. Makes a guy miss, and then he's off to the sideline down. Picks up about 15 on the play, 16. I think this might be the first time they've had the ball inside Wildcat territory all night.
The second time they've been able to get in there. Last time they turned it over on downs. Here's a little, looked like the receiver was running a slant, and Heron was looking for Ochoa to kind of take that one out towards the sideline.
Yeah,
and they're back there talking to each other. Yeah.
Exactly. He ran like it was a deep slant too, almost a short post.
Yeah.
And I think it was supposed to be more of a hitch pattern where he turns to the outside.
He was looking for that back shoulder,
And that was just a miscommunication, and that's going to happen when you don't throw the football a lot. Again, we talked about it. They threw the ball 8 times last week because they ran the ball so well. So it's one of those things where this isn't comfort zone for Ripon.
Yeah.
Okay, this isn't like it's a Hillmar team that wants to throw the football around the field a lot, or Downey. Ripon, no, they want to run the ball with you, and that time just miscommunication.
And bring Bryce back into the backfield, and he gets it, and he's tripped up. Good play defensively by number 22, Declan Gardner. Nice little shoestring tackle. Not let Reese get ahead of steam.
Yeah, 3rd down and 8, and this is easily 2-down territory if you're Ripon.
Yeah.
I mean, you're past midfield, and you're down by almost 30. So you got to go put points on the board here.
Ripon's had the ball for a little over a minute, and this is going to be their 6th play that they've ran. Penalties, stopping the clock and the incompletions. Here's another play on 3rd down as they get it out on the perimeter to Brett Shaw. Takes a hit as soon as he caught it by Cash Byington.
Yeah, but I like that call there. Okay, it's a safe throw.
Yeah.
You got 3 receivers, so you're flooding the pattern, as you'll see here. 3 receivers going to the pattern. Little communication issue for the catch. You pick up most of it, and then you come back and you live to try and pick up 4th and 3. If you're Ripon, again, I think that's a good call there. You're not going to throw the ball down the field 20 yards every play, so you got to kind of get yourself in an opportunity to be in a better situation for 4th down.
Cats trying to get the Indians off the field. Here's a screen pass that looked like it wasn't well set up. We do have a flag in the middle of the field, and producer Hurtado thinking it's a lineman down the field.
It looked like it was a double screen, and nobody kind of was on the left side.
Yeah.
And offensive lineman just took off downfield, and all of a sudden they were closer to the receivers than anybody else.
Yeah.
And so it's one of those things where it happens if your timing gets messed up on a screen. 9 out of 10 times you're going to see an offensive lineman downfield. It's just the way it is because they're taught, hey, 1-2 go.
Yeah.
And then when nothing goes right timing-wise, it's 1-2 go. Where's the ball at? Why? What am I doing down here? And it just becomes a problem for the offensive coordinator, as I know. Been there, done that.
They get uncomfortable down there. In
they
that
do.
area.
They don't like to kind of
like those close quarters.
Yeah, they'd rather do that than run out 20 yards
right out
downfield.
of space. So the Cats get it back with 6:56 at their own 39. There's Peoples. Spins. He's on his feet across midfield. Peoples on the move. Being chased down at the 20-10 is where they bring him down just outside the 10-yard line. Audi Peoples was eyeing the end zone. But what a great run there from Audi. A pickup of nearly 50 yards on that carry.
Yeah, and he made one guy miss spin and he was gone right up the middle of the field. Luckily for Ripon, someone like number 9 it was, maybe Nathan Gaines, able to go and chase him down, but not before he picked up 50 yards on a Wildcat first down deep inside the red zone.
It was 50 yards exactly, and they give it to him again on 2nd down. He picks up another positive gain. Brings up 2nd and about 6 yards. Again, those are just, those positive carries that set Sonora up.
Yeah, we talked about it. 3-3-3, boom, hits a big one. That one was 50. makes your numbers look a lot better at the end of the night.
Tries the right side near the goal line. He's sniffing it, but he's going to be just short. As it's going to bring up first and goal as he picks up the first down. It's just shy of the end zone, so it'll be first and goal for Sonora at about the 1-inch mark.
Again, right? I wonder who's getting the ball here.
24 in the backfield. 24 gets it in his gut. He's across the goal line. Audi Peoples with his third touchdown run of the game, his second one from 1 yard out. And the Cats lead this one 35-0. Audi setting it up with a 50-yard touchdown run, and he is spinning and skipping off the field. Yep. He is feeling good.
He was like, I don't care, I'm staying in. I'm not getting another one vultured for me.
Yeah, he's making sure his helmet's staying on. We saw that problem earlier where it came off about 3 times. This time he's making sure he's staying on the field, and he's getting some well-deserved high fives along the sideline as Jerimie is out for another extra point. The snap from Gentis is down. Cornell with the hold, and the kick from Jerimie was perfect with his 4th extra point of the evening. The Sonora all over Ripon, 36-0 on NorCal Sports TV.
Scott's Distributing and Vending Service. For more than 23 years, Scott's Distributing and Vending Service has been locally owned and operated. Run by folks who have a vested interest in the success and prosperity of our local economy. Learn more about our full-line vending machine services, office coffee service, and janitorial supplies by visiting scottsdistributing.net. That's scottsdistributing.net, or by calling 209-736-0963.
Benton Roberson CPA's pass.
Cats move down the field in 1 minute and 6 seconds. 4 plays is all Audi Peoples needed to punch that one into the end zone. He had every carry, and he ran it down 61 yards in total. And the Cats have another rushing touchdown, their 5th of the evening, as this kick is a little shorter, a little more backspin on that one, as I didn't hear a whistle. The play was over. We had a little extra fighting going on afterwards as Orlando is going to take the return to about the 30.
Yeah, 5:45 left to go here in the third quarter.
The Cats have scored on, let's say, 5 of 6 possessions. They had the one to run out the clock, so 5 of 7 technically. But
yeah, that don't count though.
Yeah, so 5 of 6. They did turn it over on downs one time, but every other time they have rushed the ball into the end zone. Lead this one 36-0 as Heron gets it out to his wideout Reyes over along the right side. About a 5-yard pickup on first down. As you mentioned, the 8 passing attempts in their last game, Ripon well over that in this game. So maybe something, you as a coach, right, you want to have something positive you can take out there, right? Getting some reps here in the passing game, if nothing else.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of those things where you just kind of build off of what you can at the situation.
Again, looking to put it in the air. Nice pass out on the perimeter to Shaw. Put it in a spot where only his receiver can catch it. Had pretty good coverage out there by Byington. It was all over that. Makes the tackle right after, but it's going to be a first down for Ripon.
Yeah, you see here on the replay, just a quick out again. They've ran that several times. Sonora defenders playing off because they're up by 36 points, so they'll give that, hey, if you're going to throw that little quick out, we'll give it to you. No big deal. Keeps the clock running.
Fresh set of downs for Ripon at their 42. Heron looks left, now goes back to the right, puts up a jump ball and throws it almost in a double coverage. You had the safety kind of getting over there a little bit late. Pass intended for Shaw. We saw him on the left side earlier. Now they move him over to the right.
So that's one of those things you don't want your senior quarterback to do, right? You don't want him to throw that in the double coverage where it's not a good look. And it's one of those things where you can watch the film and say, hey, this was a good throw on the out. This one, not so much. Good decision, bad decisions.
Now he's checking with Rice in the backfield. Now they bring Reyes in motion, and they give it to him off the jet sweep. And there's a big hit by Byington. Puts his shoulder into the ball carrier and drops him right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and he's had a pretty good game, blocking out there, leading the way, and then you see him come up, make a good play here, wrapped him up, nowhere to go for the running back there for Ripon, brings up a 3rd and 10.
No gain, 3rd and 10.
Sophomore Cash Byington, we saw him run one in from 12 yards out. We've seen him make a couple plays defensively. He's putting a pretty good showing out here for the home crowd at Dunleavy Field. From the gun, Heron looking for Reyes. He caught that one kind of stumbling backwards. He's still on his feet, though. Broke the initial tackle, but couldn't get past the second one. He's going to pick up a yard, but that's going to bring up 4th down and 9.
Yeah, you said it. He caught it. He made the play, but he picked up a yard. You're not going to help yourself there if you're Ripon. I mean, okay, it's 4th and 9 now instead of 4th and 10, and you got to go for it, right? You're down 36 points.
4th and 9 for Ripon.
Again, if you don't pick this up, you're giving the ball to Sonora in some pretty prime position. 4 receivers, 2-by-2 set with Rice to the right of Heron. And looking deep for Shaw. Shaw wasn't ready for it, and this one well over his head.
Yeah, and that one was double coverage again. I mean, you have a combination routes there. Sonora flew to the top ones, and I understand it's 4th down, right? 4th and 9. But in that situation, you almost got to throw the short route and just hope that your guy can make a play. Instead, he throws it over everybody's head in double coverage, turns the ball over. Again, it's one of those things where you're going to watch film, and yes, you're not a passing team. I get that, but at some point, you got to make better decisions with the football if you're Ripon.
How about the secondary, though, Sonora, right? They had that pretty well bracketed. And
absolutely they did.
Had all their bases covered on that. So the Cats will take over at the Ripon 43 here with 3:28 left to play. And this time, I believe that's Hensel, the ball carrier. So Peoples going to sit this one out. He has his helmet on the sideline, but
yeah,
I think he's taking a breather.
I might say, hey, Audie, have a seat. There's no reason. You're up 36-0. Let some of these other guys get the ball. I mean, you got nothing left to prove tonight, son. Go have a seat. Find yourself somewhere to get yourself a water bottle and watch the rest of this football game.
So it'll be Austin Craig in the backfield with Curnow on this one. They bring Lael in motion, but they give it to Craig up the gut. And he's close to the 45-yard line, just a little shy. And that'll bring up a 3rd and manageable here for the Cats.
The ball carrier. Making the tackle for Ripon.
One thing we haven't seen too much is the quarterback Curnow kind of keeping it himself. We did see him pick one up off the ground and pick up 6 yards out of that. But not too many quarterback keepers or designed quarterback sweeps thus far, as he has it here on 3rd down. And again, he puts it in the gut of his fullback. This time it's Hensel, who is right at the sticks. We'll see where they mark this. It's going to be close.
Hensel, the ball carrier.
This is going to be just short. I think it's going to be 4th and 1.
Coach Craig keeping his offense out there on the field.
Looks like the officials are trying to decide, and they may even measure this. We'll see.
I think they are. It is pretty close. I thought it was close. So they agree with me. They are going to bring out the chain gang.
Hey, can you get this measurement here? What?
So Sonora trying to keep the ball moving, keep the clock rolling. At this point, that's kind of their goal in a sense, right? Is just to keep the ball moving, keep the clock rolling, kind of play keep away from the Ripon offense.
Shout out to the chain guys. They got to come out here and run all the way across the field. So
I don't mind. They're getting some airtime here on NorCal Sports TV.
Absolutely, right? Hey, they get to be on TV, get to be on YouTube.
Yeah, they're going to be walking down Washington Street.
Like,
be hey, weren't you on NorCal Sports TV?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You saw that measurement with 2:04 left to go. That was me.
Look at good down there, Derek Crazy. He's trying to make sure that the official, he's holding them accountable right here.
It's got to be a first down, right?
Where's the index card?
I was just going to say that.
Right. Oh. They're going to say it's about half a tri-tip sandwich short. So just a little short out there.
Mario, you an offensive lineman at heart, measuring things with tri-tip sandwiches. I mean, come on now.
Hey, I'm just trying to, make this applicable to people, right, so that they understand. I think we're all speaking the same language.
Absolutely,
Especially if you come up here to Dunleavy Field, what the tri-tip sandwich is all about up here.
Sandwich, maybe one full taco, however you want to look at it.
Yep.
But, yeah,
it's
crazy
again.
He's like, yeah, come on now. That's got to be a first down. But, nevertheless, just short, so bring up a 4th and inches. And, I mean, your Sonora, it's really okay. It's 4th down, right? But the clock's still going to run here once everything goes, and there is the signal to run the clock. So, I mean, does it really matter if it's 1st down or 4th down? Not really.
Here come the Cats with Hensel in the backfield. Curno's going to give it to Hensel, and he's got the 1st down easily as he's near the 30-yard line, and the chains will move for another Sonora 1st down.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, so 1st down now, right? I mean, wasn't that big of a difference as far as what you're going to call either. Right now, you're Sonora, you're just trying to run the clock out, keep things moving, keep things going positive for you.
My Stan State math is correct. That's the 21st 1st down for Sonora, as Curno's going to keep it this time. Fakes the give to Hensel, and he picks up about 5 on the quarterback keeper.
I mean, yeah, 5 yards on 1st down. It's kind of the same thing we've seen all night, right? I mean, it's just Sonora doing Sonora things so far. And we talked about this being a TVL matchup, so Sonora might be trying to say, hey, we're coming. Everybody's talking about us in the MOLO League, and we've won all this, and it's may not be as strong power ranking-wise as the TVL, but, hey, guess what? We still got you 7 times in the last 10 meetings, so. Yeah.
Curno actually hit in the backfield. Good play defensively by Ripon, number 78. Don't have his name on our roster, so I apologize to him. Shout out to him and making a big play as he's able to push the Cats back a couple of yards, so that'll bring up 3rd and 7. Yeah, you mentioned that Trans Valley League, the TVL. For my money, it's probably the premier small school league in the state. When you got teams like, again, Escalon and Houston, who are state champions. Hillmar has won a state championship recently. Modesto Christian has won one in the recent past. Ripon as well.
And don't forget, Ripon Christian's also coming. There's that play.
There's Curno on the keeper. He's going to go to the house. Touchdown, Wildcats. Everyone biting on the fake. He had a whole mess of laundry in the middle of the field there, and Curno sneaking out of it, number 5. Look at that. Just sneaking through the hole and into the end zone. Keeps it himself, and it's a touchdown, Sonora.
Yeah, Eli Ingles out there playing wide receiver, doing a good job of getting the Brock that kind of sprung him loose. But you asked for it about, 5 or 6 minutes ago. Right? You said, hey, one thing we haven't seen tonight is Curno keeping the ball and running with it. Well, there you go, Mario. You ask, you shall receive, okay? 42-0 Sonora.
The Cats fans are been receiving all game long. It's now 43-0 as Jerimie is again perfect on extra points. It's all Sonora over Ripon here on NorCal Sports TV. Cats 43, Indians 0. We're going to stay here as we get ready for another Minners Tree Company kickoff. And shout out to all our sponsors, Minners Tree Company, Solarworx, also Edwards Jones, along with Scott's Distributing Services, Deo Espresso and Smoothies, and the Sonora Conference Center, as well as the NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp. Again, along with the man of the Motherlode, Jerimie Hurtado. We have 8 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter, so 3-minute, 20-second drive capped off by the 6th rushing touchdown for Sonora. This time it's Adam Curno for pay dirt, and the Cats lead at 43-0 in the Minners Tree Company kickoff. Ripon trying to run another one out on the field. They had 10 guys. Now they're ready to go with 11. Jerimie's kick from the 40 is drilled into the end zone for a touchback.
So that's a weapon there. I mean,
right?
That's a kicker, brand new kicker, junior. If you can kick it in the end zone, I mean, Blackmore did a lot for him last year, but that's huge in high school football because you can't return the ball out of the end zone. Puts the ball at the 20-yard line, not the 25 like in the NFL. And so if every possession defensively, hey, the other team's got to go 80 yards, that's a big weapon, and that's good to see from the junior kicker for the Wildcats.
Yeah, we've seen him perfect on extra points thus far. He has 5 of 5. And then that monster kick right there into the end zone. So, yeah, showing off the leg is Emmanuel Garibay. And everything working thus far for the Wildcats. We got a tight formation in the backfield. And here's the give. That's Nathan Crowless. And he is stood up after a pickup of 1. And that's going to do it for the final play of the third quarter. Sonora getting ready for the fourth quarter. They scored 21 in the third. They lead this one 43-0 over Ripon. You're watching Wildcat football on NorCal Sports TV.
Our purpose is to provide you with the best quality drink available and the fastest service. Now with 10 little yellow drive-through coffee shops in the foothills of the Sierra Nevada. Voted best cup of coffee 16 years in a row. Check out our menu and locations at deoespresso.com. Solarworx, your trusted local solar installer. We are family owned and locally operated. We offer financing with 0 money down and 0% interest. Own your solar system while cutting your energy costs in half. Call us today for a low-cost estimate and start saving. Or check us out online at www.solarworx.energy.
There's the most awesomest band in the world, the Golden Regiment Band. Shout out to them. Always bringing the fun atmosphere, fun environment here to Dunleavy Field, bringing it to life. As they're busting out all the hits, all the classics. And again, everything working tonight for the Wildcats and the band. It's all good stuff here for the Green and Gold as they lead this one 43-0 over their future TVL rival, the Ripon Indians. Again, a team that figures to make some noise in the tough Trans Valley League. Has had a rough night tonight. They have 2nd and 9 as they give this one to Mikey Herrera. And Herrera is brought down by Bryce Nicholson. He just gets shot out of a cannon from his safety position. And it's just so tough to get around the perimeter when 14 in Green and Gold is there.
Yeah, absolutely. You see him fly up here. Absolutely. You see him fly up here. He gets off the tackle and then makes the play and gets excited about it. And why wouldn't you? You loss of 3 on 2nd down. Brings up a 3rd and long for Ripon.
We see Nicholson, who's going to come off the field with the interception in the first half, ranging far from his safety position to catch one along the sideline, this time making a hit on the ball carrier. And a bad snap. Heron did well just to hang on to that, and he did so on the seat of his pants, so he's going to stay down.
Yeah, and that kind of sums up the night for Ripon right there.
Yeah, it's a microcosm.
3rd and 12, ball hits off your hands, hits your face mask, and he did a good job of just corralling it and saying, okay, I'm going to go down. I'll punt the ball away, keep the clock moving. Let's just kind of, if you're Ripon, you're almost in this mode of let's just get out of here. Okay, let's get back to Ripon,
just get going,
reset, and get ready for next week. It's been that kind of night for the Indians, and you got guys running off the field everywhere.
Yeah.
I still don't know if they have enough guys on the field. One's flying in now, late arrival. So, yeah, it's just.
They're trying to get set to punt. Heron gets the high snap, catches it at his goal line, and the punt is fielded at the 15 by Ryan Lale, much to the dismay of the Dunleavy Field faithful. They wanted Lale to take off with that one.
Yeah. The fans here, they're up 43-0, and they're like, oh, what are you doing? And I think we're going to see a new quarterback in here for the Wildcats.
Yeah, so it's been a while since a Curnow has not taken snaps.
Don't worry, there's more coming. Okay, I know there's one in 7th
grade. Yeah, that's what I've heard.
I know there's one in 7th grade that's coming. And so, but hey, it's a little while for him.
Yeah. We had Bradley Curnow under center prior to Adam Curnow taking over. We did Kenny Scott playing quarterback a little bit.
Yeah, they shared time, but
yep. And then Bradley kind of.
And it looks like we had a penalty on the play, probably some kind of formation. That was actually against Sonora. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty, and that's going to give the ball back to the Indians. I didn't see anything. The official did his personal foul. How do you have roughing the kicker? He said roughing the passer initially. So that's going to give a break for Ripon and give them the ball back.
So a personal foul penalty extending the Indian drive for the second time. As here's a nice carry out of the backfield. Kind of happened kind of quick. I think it was 44. Beg your pardon. So Ricky Langenfield was pumped up after that carry, and rightfully so. It's about the biggest burst we've seen come out of the Indian backfield.
I was going to say, that was most positive play we've seen. And now we got a later arrival by Sonora, and they got to take a timeout. There's confusion on who's supposed to be on the field.
So quick timeout on the field. We'll take a quick timeout here on NorCal Sports TV and be back with more Wildcat football. Sixth play of the drive coming up for Ripon. Trying to walk out of here with some type of positive energy as Langenfield gets another carry. As a flag flies, he picks up 2, but we'll check the laundry.
Yeah, and this is the situation here where you're like, okay, don't get anybody injured on something that doesn't matter. I mean, it's 43-0, and you're like, okay, it doesn't matter. I'm talking about like after the play, no cheap shots, nobody standing around getting hit, not paying attention, and they get another illegal block by a Ripon. So it's kind of falling apart all over the place. You got guys not being on the field, running into kicker penalties. This kind of happens when it's 43-0, especially early in the season.
15-yard penalty. Kind of back the Indians up. It'll be 1st and 25 after that chop block. Aaron from the gun. This one out quickly to his left side. Pass is complete to Jesus Ochoa, senior receiver. Picks up about 7 yards on that one.
Pass complete to number 2, Ochoa.
For Ripon, you mentioned they played 2 straight road games. They'll have their home opener next week against East Union of Manteca, and then they take on a Motherlode League team in Calaveras after that. They actually have 3 straight home games as Langenfield gets another carry and gets a pickup of 3. So 3 straight home games when they take on East Union, Calaveras, and Liberty Ranch of Galt before they begin league play. The Cats, they have another future TVL opponent looming on deck as they'll take on a Hillmar squad who figures to be one of the top teams in that tough Trans-Valley League. They were last year. That's a program that really doesn't drop off. They just kind of reload and go at it again the following season.
No, absolutely. I mean, Hillmar is one of those teams, like you said, won a state championship and the second championship a couple years ago. So that'll be another tough test for the Wildcats, and it brings a different set of problems. As we talked about earlier, Hillmar likes to throw the football. They will run the ball. They like to run out of that spread formation and throw the ball around a little bit. So that could cause some issues.
Well, last year we saw a phenomenal game between those 2 squads in which came down to the wire. And ultimately, it was a Roger Alderman interception to seal the deal for the Wildcats as they hung on to victory as Hillmar was threatening late. So that'll be a big road test for the Cats next week in the land of cheese out there in Hillmar. Little dairy community. That's a beautiful setting out there, too. They always do such a good job of taking care of their grass out there. The fields are always pristine.
In the land of the dairies. Got to have great fields, right? Yeah. Grass fields. Come on.
There you go, yeah.
Come on, Mario.
There you go.
Other scores around the middle of the league, Somerville and Dos Palos going back and forth. Dos Palos up 27-20 right now.
Here's 4th down, and the Indians punted. The ball bounced right around the 25 and took a nice rip and bounce to the 15-yard lines where Sonora will take over. And the clock is running, so we do have a running clock situation. We got 5:40 currently. And again, it'll run for the Cats as they come out there on the field. And Sonora has made things happen on the ground. 6 rushing touchdowns. Audi Peoples has 3 of them. Brandon Hensel with 1. Cash Byington with 1. And then quarterback Adam Curnow capped it off with a 26-yard touchdown run of his own. And Sonora, 5 extra points, a 1 2-point conversion, leads this one 43-0 in their home opener. And a heck of a way to start the 23 season in what figures to be it is the final Mother Lode League season for Sonora, and a squad that's looking to make it a perfect 10 of 10 in Mother Lode League championships.
Yeah, so far only team to kind of put a chink in the armor is Amador a few years back when they ended up 3-way co-champions with Calaveras, Amador, and Sonora.
Yeah, Amador the only team to beat Sonora in Mother Lode League play.
Absolutely, and speaking of Amador, we got a score over there from Amador, 32-12. Amador up in the third quarter over Rio Vista.
We have a new quarterback into the game for the Wildcats.
Eli Ingalls getting the snap there for the Wildcats.
And he gives that one to Nicholas Hudson, who's into the game for the first time in the backfield. And Hudson back to the line of scrimmage, so not much doing there. Eli Ingalls making his way from the wide receiver position. Now a little further inside. This time he's going to go under center as the new quarterback for Sonora. He just announced, he got some applause. It's always the backup quarterback's always the most popular guy out there. This time he pitches it out to Leo. Leo's got space. Leo's got the sideline. Leo might go. He's at the 30. He's being chased down at the 20. They dive and bring him down inside the 15-yard line. What a hustle play by Owen Wilbur to save 6. And that's one right there that Coach Mussman is going to have queued up for Ripon when they go back and watch film. I mean, that's just effort and heart right there. It looked like Leo had the sideline, but Wilbur chased him down.
Absolutely, and that's one of those things, you don't want to see your team ever get just boat raced, okay, for lack of a better term, but he could have easily said, hey, I'm not going to chase him down. Let him go. Yeah. It's 43-0. Why am I going to go and try and chase that guy down? Instead, he said, no, I have pride. I'm going to go get you. I'm going to bring you down and hopefully not let you score if I'm ripping.
First down from the 14-yard line as Ingalls gives this one to Nicholas Hudson. There's another helmet flying off. We've seen that a few times in this game.
Yeah, Reese Aiden helmet pops off.
Nicholas Hudson, the ball carrier.
So loss of 2 on that one as that play was blown up in the backfield.
Excuse me to his family. Aiden Reese. I had it backwards. The roster here has him flipped. Last name first, try to confuse us.
You're good.
We're hey, announcers, it happens. But, yeah, Aiden Reese with the helmet that popped off. And sorry to his family and friends out there.
There's 2nd and 12 with Hudson in the backfield. This time they pitch it out on the perimeter. It's Gardner. And Gardner stood up. Good play by Brett Shaw. You also had Logan Spear in on that tackle for the Indians. And another loss on that play. It's going to bring up 3rd and long for Sonora as we're under 2 minutes left in the ballgame. And the Cats hit the road next week. They'll be on the road the following 3 weeks. They go to Hillmar, Buhack Colony, and then Livingston. And they'll be back here at home on the 29th of September against Argonaut. We'll take on the Mustangs here on NorCal Sports TV. We'll be looking forward to bringing you that coverage. And here's Ingalls. Keeps it himself. Thought about pitching it out to Lale. Didn't really have enough time to do so.
Yeah, that was a tough one there because if you pitch it, they're probably going to pitch it, and then who knows where it's going to go. So probably a good decision, even though it looked like, hey, he might have been able to pitch it to him. If you're not 100% sure on that, you just, hey, take it, get what you can, get down.
So we have looks like some discussion down there on the sideline between Coach Clifton and Coach Craig trying to figure out what they'd like to do in this situation. I'm not sure that a timeout's not in play here.
Yeah, you could probably just run it down here. And, I mean, it's going to be about, 26. Maybe they're just going to go and run it for play. But I think you can run it down a little bit, call timeout, then run the play. It's kind of one of those things. There it is, 22. Okay, again, Somerville math, got to be careful, And, again, the clock's still running, so, I mean, maybe it was supposed to be 26. Who knows? Regardless, you take the penalty here, it's going to run the game out. So it doesn't matter because the clock doesn't stop. So it's kind of one of those things.
Now look like the
blessing.
Cats.
Yeah, I don't think Ripon's not going to stop the clock. They said, hey, we're going home.
Yeah.
Shaking hands.
And the teams head to midfield and get ready for that handshake as this one is over. The Wildcats all over Ripon in their home opener. 6 rushing touchdowns for Sonora. And they win this one 43-0 over Ripon here on NorCal Sports TV. So for
your trusted local solar installer. We are family owned and locally operated. We offer financing with 0 money down and 0% interest. Own your solar system while cutting your energy costs in half. Call us today for a low-cost estimate and start saving. Or check us out online at www.solarworx.energy. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jerimie Zamora, your Sonora Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Jerimie Zamora is a proud sponsor of Sonora High Wildcat football on NorCal Sports TV. For all your investment needs, call 209-536-0422 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
welcome back to Dunleavy Field, and a very happy Dunleavy Field as the home team was all over the visiting Ripon Indians, 43-0. Sonora able to even up the record. They're now 1-1 after their first home game results in a victory. So Jerimie, the Sonora team, seemed like they were on a mission today to establish themselves on the ground, and boy did they ever. 6 rushing touchdowns. Audi Peoples with 3 on his own. We saw a couple big gainers from him. He had a 14-yard touchdown run, 2 one-yard touchdown runs, but we saw him rip off some big chunk plays, including a 50-yarder. Brandon Hensel punched one in. Cash Byington, the sophomore, made some good plays defensively. Also had himself a 12-yard touchdown run. Adam Curnow, a 26-yard touchdown run himself. And then Garibay, the kicker, a perfect 5 of 5 in extra points. Seemed like everything was working well for the Cats tonight.
Absolutely, and you talked about the 3 touchdowns for Peoples, but he also set up the other one that Hensel had as well. So, I mean, it's not like he didn't have a full workload tonight. I mean, he easily could have got that 4th one if his helmet didn't pop off. Okay? So, hey, all around, but when you have one of those nights, then it all starts up front, and we talked about that at the beginning of the game. We talked about the offensive line kind of gelling and getting back together and kind of recouping from losing those 2 big guys from last year. I'd say so far tonight, that's a big check. Okay,
for sure.
I don't know how many yards they rushed. I'm going to assume they probably ran for 350 plus tonight as a team. And so when you can do that against a team from the TVL, I don't care what team it is in the TVL, that sends a statement out to everybody else.
Yeah, shout out to that offensive line. He had left tackle Dylan Capel, left guard Jackson Ludwig, center Michael Gintis, right guard Derek Creasy, and right tackle he had Ryan Gibbs. And like you said, they were just controlling that offensive line. It seemed like, they were falling forward. The white shirts were going back. And even the small runs, like we mentioned in this thing, the 2-3 yard runs kind of set the stage for the 2nd and 3rd down runs that the Cats were able to rip off and put themselves in a great position. As we're checking out the Dos Palos Somerville game is all knotted up here in the 4th quarter, huh?
Yeah, 27-27, 11:15 left to go-ish in the 4th quarter. Hey, when we're done here, go over there, log on to that, and check it out. We also got some other scores. We got Carson coming up with a victory, 26-6 over Calaveras up in Carson City. And again, Amador all over Rio Vista in the 3rd quarter, 32-16. So, Motherlode League kind of up and down. So far, 2 wins for them. looking to try and get that win over at Somerville to make it 3, and then we're not sure. No updates available to us from Argonaut, so we could be, positive. Last week we only got the 2 wins with Amador and Somerville. This week maybe making it a little bit positive for the Motherlode League.
So Sonora definitely doing their part as they were all over Ripon just from the start, really. They didn't let this Ripon offense get anything going. 3 straight punts, a turnover on downs, and an interception to start things for Ripon in the first half, and it really didn't get better as this defense dug in and made things incredibly difficult for the team from the Valley. So Sonora evens up the record. They're now 1-1 for Ripon. That drops them to 1-1. Again, the Cats hit the road next week in Hilmar. First of 3 straight road games before they're back on our air on the 29th of September against the Argonaut Mustangs right here from Dunleavy Field. And we look forward to having that game and look forward to having you back with us here on NorCal Sports TV. So for the man of the Motherlode himself, Jerimie Hurtado, shout out to our cameramen Avery, Ralphie, and Tyler as well. I'm Mario Ramos here on NorCal Sports TV saying thank you for watching Cats football. Sonora 43, Ripon nothing. We'll see you next time from Dunleavy Field.
Oh, I got to stop.
Yeah, I've been ready.